Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Hello, Keter. Hello, Clay. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. How's everybody doing today? How's your day? Hi, hi, hi. Welcome. Welcome. Hello. Hello. And I'm not human anymore. Yeah, alright. Hello, Mayo. You know what? Sure, I'm gonna even remove my tablet. I'm not drawing right now anyways. Hello, Mayo. Melting in 43 degrees Celsius. Oh my god, brother. Tough tits. Because it's actually finally comfortable temperature at my place. So, yeah. I mean, what can I say? Sucks to be you or something. Yeah. Getting vitamin D, hell yeah. Go get it, bestie, go get it. Gotta stay at least somewhat healthy with all that arting and streaming and watching streams, right? Am I right? Am I right? Good, at least get something healthy. Yep, become a fish right away, I just entered. Also, how are you doing, LeMayo? How are you? Don't you dare make a joke about vitamin D, alright? We're serious people making serious content here. I do not appreciate the joke about vitamin D, even though it is funny, I admit that. Is down finishing one of the character sprites? I think I've seen it! Is that the one you posted on Discord? Because I just literally looked at it right when I started streaming because, you know. You know. You know, don't have any attention span. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. That's fantastic. Like pixel art, when you just try to start it, it feels so intimidating, but when you actually do it, it always looks so cool. I love pixel art. Pixel art is great. It's fantastic. Yes, that's what I think. That's why I never ever do it anymore. Even though technically I could. I could. Doing good. Just spend time with the boys. Next week is no work week, so that's also nice. That sounds fantastic. Also, I apparently forgot to clip my phone to where it belongs during stream. Why am I like that? Every single time I start stream, I either forget something or forget something. I guess my tiny brain just can't hold that much memory. I need a memory card for my brain. Need a memory card. Alright. Let me do that right now. There we go. Fantastic. Fantastic. Don't want to go out walking to work, uni. I mean, probably not in that kind of heat, right? Because that sounds like torture. No, but like, I can imagine. Good thing, never had to do that. But I can imagine it being pretty bad, yeah. So, anyways, today we just have a casual art stream where I'm gonna be doing stuff that you might deem completely unnecessary and like, why are you even doing this? Yes. Just don't question how I'm gonna be approaching this questionable artwork that I still don't know what to feel about in terms of quality, but damn, is it enjoyable to draw stuff like this. I should definitely do this more often. Hi, Peepsy, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, how are you doing? Already looks amazing, thank you. I don't know, every time I close and then open it, I'm like, it has potential. But also, what are the chances I'm gonna ruin it? The chances are very high, but also I shouldn't overthink it. So that's that. But before we do that, before we do that, I wanted to show you something. And I know that that's something I already posted on Discord, but I also know that not everyone looks at my Discord. So I'm just gonna force you guys to look at it because I said so. Because I just really want to show you something that I really like on the interwebs, alright? Hi, Wolf! Hello, Wolfie! Hello, welcome. Welcome. You came right in time. Let me show you the animation made by amazing artist Remarin that I really much look up to. Where's my screen capture? I need to capture this one, yes, this one, and then make it visible. That looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Why does it look like that? Because it's capturing it too big, doesn't it? Yeah, it kind of does it, doesn't it? How do I? Right, give me a second. I need to make some adjustment. Does that work? I think that does work. Kinda? Sorta? Does it? Does it not? I don't know. I think that's okay. Yes, I am forcing you to look at it. You can't see the title like this, can you? Like this. There you go. Now you can see the author. Because you guys really should be looking at Remarin, and you will definitely see some influence from their art themes and style on some of my works. But yeah, anyways, well, let me just show you, because it's great animation, and I hecking love short animations made by artists because they're fantastic. And yes, is it gonna be loud enough? I think it's loud enough, because like the sound design is also nice, even though there's not much of it, but it's, you know, it's artistic. Like, I can feel the vibe of this artwork of an animation, because it is really an artwork. The soundtrack, and it is actually a music that you can, I think, buy to use, because I looked at the link left in the description. It's just such a vibe. Such a vibe. It's just such a vibe. Such artwork. I don't know, like this right here, what I'm showing you, just has my heart. I like, if I could marry an animation, I would, but... Hi, Squid. Hello, welcome. And the environment work, the feeling of space and sizings. Oh my god. So much effort went into this, guys. Look at this, and it's just beautiful. You have no idea how many times per day I rewatch this animation. Because, like, if you knew, you would say it was unhealthy. And I agree with you, but I fully embrace it. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Absolutely fantastic. I'm telling you, bro. That's what I'm telling, Clay. You, like, as an artist, Remarin, you should check out Remarin if you haven't. Because, like, Like, yeah, animation, but also just their art is like, I'm taking my hat off, even though I'm not wearing any hats usually. Now that made me feel very good. Let's get back to our regular art. That was indeed fantastic. Ooh, never fails to make me feel good. Yeah, bot got away. It's okay. The bot got deleted right away. Also, thank you for hydrate redeem. Thank you. Let me hydrate before we continue. Nice water. Ooh. Anyways, hello Squid once again. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for headbutt, Mayo. Yes, Skeeter, that also I agree with 100%. Not even a doubt. Now, let's all try to become such great artists as Remarin, because, yeah, this is what we're doing today. No, today actually we're doing very unnecessary steps in this art. Yes, exactly. Bruh, indeed. Yes. This is, so I have base colors here, but I made them purely for funsies. You definitely should, because this is great, but also like studying how Remarin approaches art is super helpful, because they have a bunch of speed paints, right? And that's kind of also what we're here for. I remember Keter asking about the title for... What were you asking the title for? Idea? Title for your story, then, bro. You shouldn't be asking us that kind of stuff. This is way too complex for us to figure out for you. You should decide it on your own. Bravo, indeed. What can I say? Indeed. That's you speaking the truth here. So, I want to make line art for this. Because, yes. However, we're gonna try to approach it like we would approach sketch. Thank you for your applause, Squid. I see you're in a very good mood today. Thank you so much for the applause. Let's see. I also have a reference board of things. Where is it? It's right here. What did I save as a reference? I had a very cool reference for some stuff. Still don't know if I want to make it supernatural or just like JoJo Part 4. I like the idea of go finding some serial killer, bro. You should really define that at some point soon, because since you're already working on the story so much, you really need to figure out what's like the main point of it. Alright, Squid, no problemo. Go do your stuff. Okay, so let me give you a bit more of an idea of what's going on here. So, this is like the sketch. The sketch, actually, let me bring it back, the transparency a little bit. The sketch is not exactly a representation of what I'm planning for. I didn't put any light here, but I did try some like lighting ideas yesterday. But I have a pretty good idea of what I want to get. Lord Pop-Tart, hello! Welcome. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Enjoy your Pop-Tart, I guess, that you are currently licking from both sides, which is an interesting way to consume a Pop-Tart, but like no judgment here. No judgment at all. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. That's not a sketch. Well, it is though, and I'm gonna prove it to you. Look at this. Look, you see this? This is sketch. This, all of it is sketch. But obviously, it's like not the first sketch. You know what? Since we're here, let's just talk through this artwork. Maybe it will make my life easier if I do that, because I need to recap. Alright, okay, so No, that basically we started with something like this. You can't even see it because it's at 20% and it's like a weird color. Let me put it on multiply. So like this was the original idea. This is the idea I sketched on Monday when I came to stream and I was complaining that, oh, I got inspiration right when the stream was about to start. Why does it always happen like this? So yeah, this is what I did on Monday. This Monday, I mean, obviously. Then I have, you can't see my layers, can't you? Yeah, I'm covering my layers. Well, I'm not gonna show them to you anyways. Well, you can kind of see, but not really. There's some stuff. Those are pictures of my hands. I should probably delete them, actually, because this is embarrassing. This has my face in it. If you were like, wow, those hands look pretty alright on the picture, well, that's because I took picture of my own hands and then just, yeah, use that as a reference. You work for a Secret Service? Well, congratulations then. I guess you do work for a Secret Service now. Yeah, so that was the idea. Then I was like, okay, let's refine it. So after the stream, I went and I made this and this. Which, as you can see, that the dragon was pretty much set from the beginning, kinda, in a way, if you can even see it. You kinda can, I guess. It's there. And then yeah, this was very much just like building lines and like exploring of what I want to see. I changed some elements, removed some, added some. It was very rough, whatever. What is this group? I am terrified of opening it. Oh no, that's just, huh? Oh, I put, alright. I got confused about my own layers. That happens often. It's a norm here. It's alright. So yeah, then I did like an actual proper. Why does it also have colors in here? Oh, I did a copy of that, right? So this was the proper sketch-ish, but this is like unmerged sketch. And then this is like I just merged and put colors in there. And I do consider this sketch, and you cannot argue with me because I'm gonna bite your ankles. Because in my understanding, in my art, is this not line art? And like this kind of art would be cool to make without any line art at all, but I have skill issues, so I'm gonna approach it differently. So, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna make some line art for this, but we're gonna be like, we're not gonna make it like super line arty either. I do kind of want to keep the sketchy feel, which it's even the right word to say, but yeah. This review is giving draw the rest of the all. Bro, but that's how it works, doesn't it? Like, I'm not teaching anyone how to draw here, because that's definitely not teaching. But also, hello, welcome. But yeah, this I mean, this is how art is created, right? Like, I don't save every single step I make. I use eraser a lot and I move around stuff. So yeah, when you just compare the sketches, like the finished sketches that I like stopped at and made a new layer, it's a bit of a really draw the rest of the whole situation. Yeah. So right, line art. That's what I'm planning to do. I'm gonna fix some stuff here and there, add detail where I didn't edit, so it's gonna be some proper line art. But also, I will try to make some like base color in detail if I have enough time, because the plan is to have all this like stuff going on as lace, which is gonna be complicated. Again, massive skill issue. I do have references. I referenced up a bunch, and I did once make an artwork that had a lot of lace in it, or at least like considerable amount. You know what, actually, let me even bring it up and remember myself how I did it, because that was nice artwork. It's a little bit on a tasteful nudity side, but I think it's alright because it's artwork and I streamed the creation process. Where is it though? Did I put it here? I think I did. Yeah, alright. You're an ankle biter? When were you an ankle biter? My entire life. Anyways, guys, prepare. Explicit, not really content incoming. Yeah, it's a bit massive. When I make my art, I make very big canvas, so it's we'll have to take some time to scale it down so it fits the screen, but either way. Yeah, so this one had some lace here and there. Damn, I can't really zoom in because it's no Photoshop, but yeah, this is how I approached it last time. But I want to do better than this, because this was alright, but gotta do better. How tall are you? 160 centimeters, and that's about it. Why are you asking though? Custom broderies? The heck is custom? Who are broderies and why are they custom? Anyways, good artwork, very pretty. Still kind of proud of it, I guess. Now, we need to put lace there, which is gonna be the step that's not done on a line art step, but I wanna make it the lingerie patterns, you know. And what about those patterns? Or, huh? Huh? 180. Well, yeah, you are taller. Pretty much anyone's taller than me, objectively speaking. What is about those lingerie patterns? They were not very detailed, were they? But that was my first attempt at some lingerie, and it looked pretty cool. Like lace, I mean, it looked pretty cool when I made it. But now I feel like I can do better than this. Maybe. Probably. Potentially. Potentially. I know a VTuber that 5 feet, right? That's feet. 5 feet tall. Another that's 4.11. Alright. You know, like when you give me that kind of numbers, unfortunately, because I'm not American, it doesn't say much to me. It tells me nothing. I'm like, is it tall? Is it short? Like, my brain does not instantly compute that. Like, what, how, 160. Well, yeah, then that's approximately, well, not approximately, it's just like me. 152. Yeah, well, I guess. Where did they have my goddamn reference? I need to... I don't want to use a black color, but I probably... Should I go with purple? It's always a struggle to pick out the color for line arts, but I guess I can also recolor line art later, if I feel like it. It's easier to make it when it's darker. $149. Damn. Well, I guess there are some short people, but like where I come from, I'm like always just the shortest. And actually, I'm gonna approach this differently. During my school years, I was always like the shortest one in class. And I'm still the shortest one because I live in the Netherlands and everybody's tall in the Netherlands. In the land of the Nethers, everybody's very tall. So, welcome back, Squid. Welcome back. treadmill. Good luck on the treadmill. Anyways, I did not get what Clay was trying to say about the lace patterns, but lace patterns, alright. Alright, lace patterns, I guess, was something. I feel like this does not belong here. It needs to be somewhere here. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of probably random focusing type of stream because that's how it goes with art these days. But if I get tired, we'll look at something else because I have some stuff that I can show that I'm working on as well, but I don't know how actually interesting that stuff is. So, yeah. I do not like this color at all. I think I wanna actually work with just mostly black right now, to be honest. Can always color the line art later. Plus I plan to use multiply anyways for line art most likely, so... Also, absolutely random information, but like... How is Steven Universe fandom doing these days? Because I do remember when Steven Universe was so big. But like nowadays it feels like it died down a little bit. But then also I remembered about it recently, just, I don't know, I think YouTube video, something. I was like, damn right, Steven Universe, that's still there. So I started rewatching it, like I want to catch up on it, because I watched it a long time ago, like really many years ago, when I think there was only 2 seasons or something. And then like I stopped because there was nothing more of it, but then there was more released, but I already didn't watch it, and I was like, maybe I should catch up. Maybe I should watch some Steven Universe, so I'm rewatching Steven Universe now. And we'll see how that's gonna go. Yeah, I don't know either. It's like, it used to be a very big fandom back in the days, like I remember. It was, well, probably not as big as Undertale, but it was still pretty big. There was even an artist, like a very cool artist that did so much Steven Universe fan art. I should probably look them up again and see how they're doing, cause like, I remember watching a lot of their like art processes with commentary about new episodes and stuff. That was enjoyable. Damn, art community back in the days sometimes makes me nostalgic. I'm not saying it's not good right now, but also. Do I want to give some line art to the eyes as well? Maybe. Maybe I do. Remember watching a comic about Steven Universe die? Yeah, I don't think that's like a very canonical event. At least like he didn't die yet in canon. But well, I guess I'll rewatch it and then we'll have something to discuss on stream. Another like media that not many people apart from me would be interested in. But hey, you know, who cares? That's my stream, so I can talk about it as much as I want to. Ha! So, you know, the fun part about being in some kind of fandom, kinda, but also not really like watching the media for a long time, is that I know pretty much the entire story up until whatever season is already available right now. Like, I know all the spoilers and everything, but I haven't seen them in the anime. Well, not anime. Damn, it's not anime in the cartoon yet, but I already kind of know what's what. Done exporting PNG. Time to test it in Godot. Hell yeah! You do make like sprite animation, right? The pixel sprites, they are animated. I'm assuming by making an us out of you and me, but I assume. Such like stupid joke, but so funny. So stupid, but so funny. Actually. Just kind of make the walk front, left, right, backwards. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Still though. Oh, I remember making those pixel sprite animations first times. That was a bit of a mess. But... Hello, Brushy! Hello, welcome! How are you doing? How are you today? Welcome, welcome! Okay, now the question is... how much separation do I want to have on the line art? The answer is probably not that much. Oh, I separate, whatever that's pronounced. Yeah, I know that one. I used that one too. I deleted it when I got a new laptop because I was like, yeah, I haven't used it for years, so probably not gonna use it going further. Like, if I need it, I can always just download it, right? So... You okay? That's good. I'm doing good as well. Also, hello, Lady Goo. Hello, welcome. You're not the first time in my chat, are you? But I also do not recognize you. Who are you? Who are you, traveler? Let's see. Huh. My memory is probably bad, but it feels like you came from some raid at some point. Yeah, not me spying on your messages. Started build as Sprite like 3 days ago, 5 hours into, still haven't finished compiling it. Friends see me struggle at like 1 AM. It's a gift. Right. Bruh. Yeah, fair. Yeah, you definitely have been here, but also like my memory sometimes... Not sometimes, alright, not sometimes, all the times. My memory is absolute garbage, so... Sometimes I remember no one. But anyways, welcome. How are you doing? How have you been? I'm gonna hide that for now. Hello, Reggie! Why am I grandma all of a sudden? What happened? I've been feeling like grandma recently a lot. But hi. Been following 2 years? 2 years, 10 months? How did that happen? What do you mean?
Emotional damage!
Who are you? 2 years? Since when? 2022. What was happening in 2022? What year is 2022? How old am I? Who are we? You drew my OC once and I use it to this day. Did I? Wait, what your OC looks like? Wait. I should have all the art from my streaming on Twitch stuff still somewhere around. What do they... I don't know what your OC looks like. Tell me. Or send the picture somewhere. I don't know. I need to know. Imagine. Hello, Pom Pom. 2022 is a year of beta version of what? Of Earth? Although, yeah, like... She's imagine. Not imagine. No! Keter! I'm gonna bite your ass. What the hell? Alright, 2022, so probably, it's not gonna be in this folder, because this folder just contains commissions that I acquired after I got VGN, and the VGN I got later, right? Archive? What's in archive? Requests. Was it here? There are some requests, but those requests were not the ones I did here. Regular Hazukumi, Meta, reasons. Who are these people? Okay. I have no memory of this character. No, that didn't make any better. Do you still have an artwork that I made? Tyler, hello, welcome. Hello. When did I draw your C? How did that happen? During which circumstance? Why do I have no memory of it? Your face on Twitch. You mean your profile picture? Or what? No, your profile picture doesn't look like my art, so... Did you recall any encounters with people in black suits who said something about aliens? No, I do not! Hello, Code Bunny! Welcome! Thank you so much for the follow. I am deeply confused. So far works like Windows 10. And we are more or less in gamuts. What the hell are you talking about, brother? I have no idea. Okay, well, you can shame me, but like, please show me the art that I made. Because like, there's no way I'm not remembering my own artwork. What is even going on here? I am so confused. I'm so dead. I do not know what is going on. My memory is getting so poor. I'm actually old now. Thank you, Code Bunny. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Can't find it. This is a new PC, bro. That just like sounds like something is going wrong, like it never existed and you're misremembering something. No, let's not talk about reptilians. We don't care about reptilians as much. Apart from dragons, we do care about dragons. Those are always appreciated here, but other than that, don't care about reptilians. Thank you for great artist redeem. I guess I'm not that great of an artist anymore, am I? I'm gonna go do my push-ups and cry, I guess, because I cannot remember and you can't even show me art and I do not remember your OC. I'm so cooked, chat. I'm so cooked. I can't find it either. Anyways, where are my push-ups? Let's do some sad push-ups. 1, 2, Bruh. 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 Maybe somebody made you believe that reptilians rule the world, but that's actually not true. King Ghidorah? Who? Who? Why would a good artist need a good memory? I don't know, maybe to remember stuff that's important? I give up. I do not know. I looked at your OC, right? Like, I have a picture right here. I do not recognize them. Alright, I'm looking at the art I made. It's not in the folder with just all arts. Like, I'm not seeing anyone similar. Not seeing. Not even a chibi. Unless I made an art for you like years ago. Not during VTubing time, but then that's gonna be even harder to remember. The dragon looks like King Ghidorah. At the anime... Wait, let me Google that. Where do the arms grow from? Well, I would say shoulders. Why? Let's see. Ah, Ghidra. Does he look like Ghidra? I mean, what I googled literally just looks like, you know, Горыныч, Змей Горыныч, you know? See, you still remember that. Well, I'm an artist, I do need to remember that, right? I mean... Does it? I don't really see it, but I guess maybe? From my understanding of the art, that's all you need to know to be a good artist. As long as they're not growing out of your band, you're fine. I mean... that's like if we're speaking proportionally, but if we're talking about my personal hands, then it's like... That's a different question. Where are they growing out of? Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I look at the stuff I made and I also question where are they growing out of? I am holding on for dear life. Lady Goo, I'm holding on for dear life. I have never been more confused in my entire life by anyone before. What power do you possess? First, I can't remember when I made an art for you, and then you giving me something that I also so confused about. Am I actually getting so old now? Huh. I mean, I guess there is. Oh, even the hair thing as well. Damn, alright. Yeah, I can understand that for sure. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I mean, you know, can't really invent a bicycle, can you?
Huh?
Thank you for headbutt. Please, Lady Goo, please, I'm begging you. If you can, please find the art. Please, I need it. Like, I can't sleep without remembering what I made. I feel like I'm being gaslit, but if I'm not, please find it. Please. Please, I need to know. I have to know. You can't just, like, leave me hanging like this. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry for being not the greatest in terms of memory. Like, I guess you can be a good artist and not be a good, how do you even say this? It was years ago. So, like, do you know me from before Twitch streaming? Because, like, I was thinking only a couple years ago, but you... Are you coming from Vkontakte by any chance? Because if that's so, that's gonna be even harder, but also I know where else I can look. Then now I'm jumping straight into hard stuff already. Should watch Godot tutorials before starting this stuff. Yes, that is a fair, good idea, basically. Yeah. You definitely should be doing that, but also, you know... No, it's not okay, I need to know now! Now we made it into something I am genuinely curious about. I need to know. But, like, are you from Vkontakte or... when did I make art for you? What occasion was it, at least? I have to know. I have to know. I have to know. From the USA. Yeah, that's complicated. Who are you? Who are you? Can I go to your channel or something? Do you have links to your social media? You should have something, right? Wait, let's see. Do not have any links. I do not have any links. Who are you? Okay, I will cry in shame forever. Shimoza and Madness of Multiversum, yeah. This is actually she from the other timeline and we're getting crossover. What if it was? Sometimes things happen in life and you really start questioning if there's only one timeline or like if there's only one universe and there are just like maybe a bunch of parallel ones. Because like sometimes stuff happens and you're just like, how? How? I met you in the raid, yes, which was in 2022, right? According to the stuff, the information that I have on Twitch, your first message in this chat appeared in 2022. You met me from the raid, so that means the art that I made for you was supposed to happen in the span of since 2022 and now, right? Yeah, okay. Throwing bricks at people was a good idea. That's a good question. No, it's not. It never was a good idea. But like, where is that art? I feel like I'm just being mixed up with someone because what if it wasn't me, actually? Well, maybe we'll find out eventually, but maybe not. If not, then, well, I will be upset, but... As I said, 2022 was a bugged version of Matrix. What makes you think that even? Like, what makes you say that? How do you know? How do you know, huh? Thank you for hydrate. Thank you. After 2018, there was a lot of drastic major changes. To be honest, I feel like there are changes all the time. Like yeah, it does feel like that sometimes, but there are changes every year, so they're just always different, so it always feels like something new is happening, but overall, actually, oh, damn. I wish my memory wasn't that bad, but like I always prided myself on a good long-term memory. Like yeah, my short-term memory may be an absolute ass. Like I can forget to turn off the stove if, I don't know, I get too absorbed into something, but when it comes to the artwork I made... Yeah, but somehow games, movies, and comics somehow became shittier. That depends. It depends. Also, I believe a lot of cool games were released, and some of them got shittier now, but also some good stuff still came out of it. So I think it's a perspective thing, really. I think it's a perspective thingy. Worldwide lockdown. Yeah, that was kind of new, wasn't it? But again, that was just because it was new. For me, a lot of major changes happened before that as well, so... Anyways, let's honestly drop this topic, because I don't get the point of it. It's just a thing. It's just a thing, that's just how life is. What I would like to do is make some line art, which is not really a line art, is it? That whatever I'm making right now is really just a glorified sketch. But, you know. Unrelated, but if you still recall it, at least that, what's the story behind a Christmas-themed boy in red ribbons on your VGN page? It's just my commission. It's Fito Bandito. Do you not recognize him? It's Fito. He just commissioned me. I don't even remember if it was like specifically for Christmas or he just wanted that kind of artwork, but yeah, he just commissioned me for that one. And it has like 2 versions. It has the version that you can see on... I think can you see the explicit one on VGen? Because it has 2 versions. One is somewhat appropriate for posting. And the other one is really not. Yeah, it really is Fito. You can find that art on his server as well. Damn, I can't open hacking VGen with the VPN on. What the hell? So annoying. Let me try it again. Sent it to my friend and they were like, holy fuck, did not expect to see that. What do you mean did not expect to see that? Why not? Why do you send it to your friend anyways? Is it this one? Well, this one is also Fito, very, very explicit. Alright, this one is, right? Did I not post the explicit version? I think I didn't post the explicit version on VGN, but it did have 2 versions. But obviously the second one I cannot show on stream. Did I not censor the second commission though? Why did I make such a decision? Yeah, the second commission is not censored, but then with this one I only posted 1 version. Huh. I mean, objectively, Reggie, how much do you want to see some VTuber fanboy light stick, really? Let's be for real. Where is it? Let me see it as well. Where did this have? I think it did have 2 versions. I'm not misremembering stuff. Damn, my folders are a mess. Yeah, it did have. Oh, right. Oh, alright. Okay, yes, it did have. Good thing I do not have screen capture on, because that would have been. I mean, I can send it to you in DMs if you want. That's not that big of a deal. Where are you? Where are you? Reggie. Oh, it's too big. Well, I guess not. I can't because the art is too big. Well, it actually isn't, but you know. How much would it cost to draw Reggie oiled up? A lot. For you, a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, Discord said no, so... I mean, I can take screenshot of it, but that's not gonna be the same, would it? It's gonna be kind of awkward if I just send you a screenshot, but that, I guess, works. Because, like, obviously I can't open it in Photoshop right now and resize it for you, and I'm not gonna do it. It's too much effort, considering it's not even your commission, but... Yeah, it works like that, though. Honestly, the difference between two versions is not even that big, but it's there. Now, the good question is, how much would it be to draw Riki pregnant? Like, that's a good question, and I would say it wouldn't be that expensive. I might even consider doing it for free, to be honest, because honestly, sometimes, yeah, I feel like you do really need some of that art. Not even a good question? What makes you think that? Elaborate. You're welcome, Reggie. Enjoy. I guess. Oh, 5 squats. Alright, let me go exercise. Thank you for exercise redeem. Yay. 5 squats, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let's go. Okay, Keter, go eat your dinner. Have a good meal. Nice. Anyways, guys, you should really, like, totally commission me for some not safe for work art, because I'm so out of practice at this point. Like, I don't really draw it for myself, because, I don't know. Not that interested in it, I guess, but then, like, if I'm not getting commissioned, I get really out of shape with that kind of stuff. So, yeah, totally. For sure, 100%. 5 push-ups, I just sat down! Oh my god, alright, I'll do that as well. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Payback for what? I didn't even do anything yet. Random questions. Well, yeah, you know, it's don't even know how to say. Yes. Well, I still have chance, right? You know, I'm an artist. I can draw stuff. I still can. Didn't even know I do not safe for work. Yeah, I do. I used to do it a lot as commissions in the past, but then I kind of stopped because it wasn't that interesting for me. And it was like, you know, more of like a race of trying to get the clients and offering more and more interesting stuff, but like I'm not into drawing something that doesn't look aesthetically nice, right? So I don't know if you've seen all of them, but like I have another explicit commission for Fito on VGen. That one doesn't have censored, but it's also like I put a lot of effort into the background. Can you call it background? The prop? Way too much effort for, you know, just explicit art, but like it probably explains exactly what kind of explicit art I make and what my thoughts on that. And then there's also Fujiwara's one, right? Fujiwara commissioned me, and I also put so much effort into the background. Like I wanted it to be a beautiful artwork, but there's also a light stick right in the center of this art, so it's kind of like, you know, right there. But then the effort put into the background, damn, I actually enjoy that art. That's like a good art. I like the background stuff I did. It's so well done. I'm proud of myself for doing it. Good job on that artwork. It is on VGen. It's marked as sensitive content, so like you do kind of have to open it with a show button, but it's virtual Fujiwara Surprise Me. I'm looking at it on VGen in my portfolio right now. The only specific thing there is the pregnant Fito. Yeah, but you're looking in commissions section, but you need to look in portfolio section. Because portfolio has all the art, because not all the commissions that I've done go into commission examples, but they all go into portfolio. So, yeah. Nah, you're right. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. Seen naked feet? Indeed, but like also who haven't, honestly? Like, let's be for real. Who haven't seen naked feet, though? I also made artwork of naked Yaruki at some point, and it was also just like a pin-up situation, but also, you know, naked. But it was way before Yaruki 2.0. I should probably make some art for Yaruki soon-ish. TM. If Yaruki wants to, obviously. Because I think I wanted to make some art like that for Yaruki when I was making his new model, but then one thing led to another, and I ended up taking forever to make the model anyways, and I didn't make the artwork, so... Still can't do it. Still can't do it. Can't stream it though. That's not gonna be streamable content, but it's gonna be content that's like, you know, just for the soul. Just to feel good about myself. And get some practice done. Or never noticed that button. You know. You know. How do I see this? Like this, I guess. I've seen people stream not safe for work. I think that was not exactly not safe for work. Well, I mean, there's stuff that Twitch doesn't care about, but it is against the rules to stream like complete not safe for work. Like, I think even with artistic nudity, they kind of changed it up, because when they allowed it, when they tried to change the rules around it, some people really started exploiting it, and instead of like letting us have something nice for once, by us I mean artists and VTubers, that just ended badly for everyone, and they changed the rules again, and yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. I was around when that happened, and that didn't end well. Cause like some people really don't understand some things. Like I don't get it, guys. Come on. Like, let's be for real here. Why did you think it was alright to show that on stream? Like, I don't know what was even the thought behind people starting to just, you know, stream explicit on purpose. Cause like, what are we mocking someone or what? What was the thought? Good night, Peepsy. Although it's probably not night for you, but have good sleep. Oh, Be Moko. Hi, Be. How's Be doing? How's Be Moko doing? There. You got it. You got it. Well, anyways, guys. Commission me not safe for work art, I guess, or something. Alright, that's cringe. That's already cringe. He has a tongue. He has a tongue. I don't know if I should be giving him tongue, because it's like, it's kind of cute that he has it. But also, I feel like, why shouldn't it be cute? What the hell is going on outside? The wind is blowing my window open. What the hell? Rogetsu, hello. My only problem with it was that it could be recommended on the live channel sidebar. Oh, you mean the explicit streaming? Or what? It's, yeah. It's a mess with all these rules and Twitch trying to like enforce them, but also still not doing a good job of that. It's a mess. That's all I can say, unfortunately. Decent, forgot to switch back to 6 my time. Yeah, well, you know, we have a daylight savings situation going on in the Netherlands, so yeah. We switch back and forth, it is the thing. Yep, yeah. I agree with that one. That's, it's weird. But again, I honestly, at this point, I just exist and I can't say much about what is Twitch rules are now anyways. Cause like, you know, some stuff it's not allowed, but I know some people who like just display things on their stream out of spite. And then it's like, why do you do that? Like, obviously I understand the sentiment of being like, hate Twitch, but also, come on. By the way, I never got my drawing tablet. The first one got lost, so I got to reorder it and it got lost again. What the hell? No. You should never ever order from that place ever again. This is definitely not something nice. Yeah, you should get a refund. What the hell? What the hell? VTuber hips? Send the hounds on her. Damn. God forbid we see a little bit of like drone skin, right? Cause like, wow. With drawing? It's a drawing, but no. Way too sexual. Probably shouldn't say that either, cause then Twitch is gonna be like, alright, are you saying something? Is it not an auto-refund if it gets lost? I feel like it really depends on who delivers it. Cause like... well, obviously Ricky's not using Pochta IC, but like, would Pochta IC ever auto-refund you anything? No. They wouldn't. Well, I mean, I guess it's the store's responsibility, not like the mailer, but also... a lot of times the store can't agree with the mail, like, they're like, oh, we need proof. And then the mail is like, well, actually, we delivered it. And then you're like, yeah, but I don't have it, so... That's some AliExpress level sus. Honestly, AliExpress has never lost my packages ever in my life. Because, yeah, I do order stuff from AliExpress and it's usually pretty cool. Like, the only issue I had recently, I ordered something and then, like, apparently by the time I ordered it, the item was, like, out of stock already, but it wasn't marked out of stock. But also, like, the seller contacted me right away and they were like, hey, just please ask for a refund because that thing is out of stock. It's like, oh well, damn, that kind of is sad, but alright, I can do that. So that was a little bit upsetting, but also no harm done because, yeah, I just got refunded and that's sad. They just get lost in my mind because it's a 6-week ship from China. I suppose so, but also not all AliExpress stores are located in China. Well, not just stores, but like, what's it called? The place where they store thingy, the stuff, the goods. Because, like, AliExpress is just a marketplace, right? Like, it's not a store on its own. It's a marketplace where a bunch of businesses have their stores. And sometimes they have the warehouses, right? That's what the word is. The warehouses. Sometimes they have warehouses like in Europe, for example, for some stores. Which you would think surprising, but not everything comes from China there. So sometimes you order stuff and it comes so fast just because they had a warehouse in Europe and it's like at your doorstep in a week or something. One of them kept calling me dear friend and it was so cute. I think they all do that though. But that's probably a translation issue in a way. Like even if they translated themselves, because that's probably how they have the like what it directly translates to when they say it in their own language. Yeah, it is cute. A lot of the sellers on AliExpress, and so they're very like nice and polite and helpful. But you can definitely see the cultural and language difference in there. But that's cute. I agree with that. Sussy Reggie? Why? The cheap items always used to be. Haven't checked them much since they started going more international because their costs also rose. Yeah, but they also have discounts all the time. Like if you buy stuff when it's on discount, when they have especially like all those global discounts, that's like fantastic. But also AliExpress is the most accessible way for me to buy official Chinese games merch, like Genshin merch, Zenless Zone Zero merch, Love and Deep Space merch. Cause like, otherwise, you're looking far and wide and like, where do I officially buy that if I'm from Europe? And you have no idea, but then you go to AliExpress and then there's stores that sell official alongside unofficial stuff and you're like, fantastic, that's where. I have acquired so many cool clothes from AliExpress, honestly. Like, you know, we can speak about fast fashion and stuff like that for as long as we want, but like my thing with clothes, even if I buy them at places like AliExpress, I end up wearing them for years. It's not like I buy a lot of stuff and then throw most of it away after wearing a couple of times. No, that stuff serves. I serve it until it has holes in it. Very Lesdra. Hello. Welcome. This is an interesting emote, you got it. And see guys, that's one of the points, like, Twitch can approve stuff like this, but then something else, you try to upload an emote, which is completely unexplicit, and then Twitch tells you no, you can't do that, so yeah. All hail Twitch or something. But it's a beautiful emote, by the way. No issues there. That's a gorgeous emote, and I'm enjoying seeing it in chat. I wish it just stayed in chat. Can I pin it? No, I already have a message pinned. I shouldn't be pinning that one, but like, if I could pin it as well with my message, I would pin them. Pin them both. I'm never considering a week shipping fast when we had 2-hour Prime until it got downgraded to just same day a couple years ago. Bro, but like Amazon sucks though. At least maybe American doesn't, but like a European version of Amazon sucks. Like, yeah, I understand that it's gonna be faster because the warehouse is in the same country. Like, I guess in USA, Amazon warehouses are everywhere, right? No? Why? What? Not in the US. But where is it coming from then, if not in the US? Or what are we? What are we? Either way. For me, as a person who lived in Russia most of the time, I'm not spoiled by this kind of fast shipping. Like, unless it's a business that's literally in my city, right? But even then, well, yeah, a lot of Amazon stuff is Chinese, that's for sure. A lot of Amazon stuff comes from China, but that was a reply to Amazon. Ah, right. Well, yeah, that's what I heard, at least, because I always looked at Amazon. I was like, man, that's like AliExpress but glorified. Why would I need that? And it costs way more than on AliExpress. But then apparently it is different for American people, so that's probably why people like it so much. But like, if you want to check Amazon.nl, that stuff, like, yeah, like, I don't even, like, it has nothing. I don't even know what I need there. Like, it's so basic. Like, the only somewhat useful stuff that you can get from there is electronics, because that's easy, because it has a lot of electronics that you might not have at the stores in your country, so it's kind of, yeah. But like, just clothes, for example, it's AliExpress all the way. Company, of course, but the speed and prices, glorious. Yeah, but like here it's not, the prices are not great here, so I guess not. I love my bestie AliExpress, my Chinese government agent that steals all my personal data. Like, yeah, I'm more like, let me give my personal data to China. China already has a lot of my personal data. Like, I recently decided that I want to get Alipay because I want to try at some point ordering some stuff on Taobao. And I think with Taobao it's way easier if you just have Alipay and use that. But I still haven't mastered the courage and found time when I can sit down and figure out, because like, Taobao doesn't really have English translation, but it has a lot of Chinese and like Japanese, Korean street fashion brands, and I really want some fancy outfits because I've seen they have so much cool stuff, especially if you know what to look for. But damn. Greed on Eurozone. I tried finding RAM for you on there when that was going on. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. But it's alright. But also, like, getting stuff from America to here is also a big trouble. If you remember, maybe at some point I got gifted my own like merch t-shirt, right? The one that you've seen on some pictures that I post on Discord. And I had to pay customs tax for the t-shirt that was like, what, 20 bucks? 25? Like, I was always under the impression that you have to pay it if your order is above a certain amount of money, but then like I had to pay half of it as a customs tax because it was coming from America. Like, bitch, what now? My flowers were so ghosted because what the hell? But alright. So yeah, like getting stuff from America to here is an issue. The Noi drawing tablet here is so expensive. It is at least 1k. Well, that's probably because it is imported. Where are you buying drawing tablet anyway? Because I can say from experience of my friends at least that you can get decent tablets. At least you used to be able on AliExpress as well, surprisingly, because there are some Chinese brands that are pretty damn good. Like, there are some, and they have official stuff sold on AliExpress, but you really also need to know what you're looking for and need to check reviews, but yeah. But this, I don't know if AliExpress works for you. Is there like countries where AliExpress doesn't work? Like how actually international AliExpress is? I have no idea. I practically grew up with AliExpress. Like, you know, I was there when AliExpress started becoming big. You can get them for like 50 USD online. Yeah, that's not that much. How much was my tablet? I think my tablet was around 100 and something. Well, it was 100 like euro, 100 and something euro. I bought it during COVID. So, great purchase. 100,000. Fantastic tablet. Like, I have no idea why I ever used Wacom in the first place. No, actually I do know why, because my dad bought it for me, but like, I would like to make a statement, which a lot of people might disagree with, but like, honestly, Wacom tablets are kinda ass. Like, they are good, but also they have a lot of issues. And at the end of the day, it's not the tablet that decides how well you draw, so... yeah. But yeah, I think if we're speaking of Wacom tablets, like the only you could probably buy is Cintiq, but only if you're like super rich, if you're the kind of artist who has a bunch of money and then like you have a lot of skill and it's at this point about just luxury and stuff, yeah, you can probably buy Cintiq, but regular Wacom tablets, yeah. Surprised AliExpress is allowed to sell in Europe at all, because there are some draconian-ass internet laws about certain things. Well, I guess it's not breaking the laws then. Or like, you know, I believe that probably the laws are really about the businesses are located in Europe, right? Because like European stuff can't sell certain things, but if it comes from abroad, you can't really do anything. Like, yeah, so that's already the customer's issue. Like, thank God AliExpress is allowed to sell stuff, because all my fashion sense comes from there. Although, I would like to proudly say that recently I started frequenting secondhand stores. Like, unfortunately, in the area where I live, most of the stuff you can get at the secondhand store is stuff that, like, someone's grandma brought in, which is, well, you probably know what that style looks like. Like, I'm looking at it and I can definitely see my grandma's wardrobe being right there. But sometimes you can find things and you're like, alright, Alright, okay, that's certainly something, and it doesn't even have a brand tag, and I don't even know if you bought it or made it, cause like, it looks kinda sick. Yeah, you're drawing in Photoshop? Is that the first time you're noticing? It has a Photoshop logo in the corner. It's tiny as hell, but yeah. Is that news for anyone here that I'm using it? What the hell is going on here? You know what, guys? Give me a second. The window is getting blown by the wind. You have to learn Photoshop for class, but like how exactly? As an art tool or like for actually editing pictures? Or for designing? Like what kind of class we talking? What kind of learning you need? Cause you know, maybe I can give advice, but most likely not, cause like I don't even know Photoshop myself. Graphic design. Oh. Alright. Well. Yeah, I use Photoshop for graphic design, but I don't do much graphic design. What exactly are you struggling with? Because, like, my approach to graphic design is usually by just using the shapes tool, right? It has custom shapes, but I lost all my nice shapes because I reinstalled it, and now I have some random ass shapes that I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with them. Like, what is this tree? Why do I need a tree? Do not know! Who the hell is Photoshop? I don't know either. It's someone. It's someone. Everything. I mean, Photoshop... Honestly, it has so much, it has so many functions, but for graphic design you really probably need mostly like text tool, right? Which works the same way as text in any like text editor. You probably also need the shape tool. I'm not sure about custom shapes, but like, you know, rectangle, ellipse, rounded rectangle, all that kind of jazz. Useful stuff. It has vector tool, but vector tool is a bit hard to figure out. I can agree. Like, you probably want to watch tutorials specifically on it, but for graphic design it can be very useful. And if you get a hang of it, it's like really nice. I mean, the select tools are the same select tools any art software has. So like lasso, the rectangular square select is whatever, and the magic wand, you know, the favorite. What else? Bro, I'm also not using, you know... I'm also not spending money on it. How are you even telling? Obviously, 2015. 2015 is not bad. Honestly, the older version you're using, the better it is, because the older ones do not really have this annoying connection to the interwebs. So, like, do you guys remember when I was still in Russia, I got a newer version of it? I was like, yeah, I'm so annoyed I had to get a newer version because the old one stopped working or whatever. Well, as you can see, I'm downgraded back to the older version. Do you know what? Do you want to know why? Because they did manage to somehow connect this thing to the internet, and then after that it stopped working for obvious reasons, so I had to downgrade back, and now it started working again. So I don't know, it's a mystery. CS6, I think I also used to have that one, but I really needed the mirror tool, and the thing is that older versions didn't have mirror tool the way that it is here, and I really needed that for Live 2D models, so that was the only reason I even considered getting something later. But you paying for Photoshop? I don't think I can say it publicly. What if Adobe sees? But no, I don't. Because, you know, come on, let's be for real. They can look in their asses, to be honest. That's my honest opinion. Cause like, they ruined, well, okay, not ruined, but they did some absolutely unnecessary stupid stuff with Substance Painter when they bought it. And just the fact itself that they bought it is like, you know, bleh. My honest opinion, bleh. So, yeah. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. You're so right. That's what I wanted to say. Yes. You understand me so well, Reggie. Don't want to be paying for something monthly. Exactly. Neither do I. The only thing I agree to pay for is Live 2D Cubism. Because I have a lot of respect for the software. It's very nice, it's very good. I like it. It's worth it paying for it. Plus, you can pay for an entire year, and it's not like super expensive. Like, yeah, it's alright. Like Live 2D Cubism, I take it. I'm alright with this. But like stuff like Adobe, ew. Yeah, it's like this with software, isn't it, nowadays? Like, you get subscribed to it, you only get subscription, which is, I guess, the kind of business model that makes you a lot of money, but definitely doesn't make any users happy. Cause like, come on, let's be for real here. Who genuinely wanted this? No one, but it is what it is. It is what it is, it is what it is. There's still some software, not very big ones, that you can buy. Like, I know that with Clip Studio Paint, right? Like, you can buy perpetual license, which is pretty cool. Like, obviously it's different from the kind you get if you pay every month, but at least they have an option to buy perpetual license. What else? ZBrush used to have perpetual license as well. It was hella expensive, but there was an option, not anymore. Because ZBrush was also bought out, I think, by Maxon. Because I think ZBrush used to be a logarithmic, and then they got bought by Maxon, so that they're also now part of something, which is upsetting. To be honest, I kind of like seeing like software and companies just being their own thing, and like when you have a very good software and it's just their own software, you're like, damn, let's go, but then yeah, it gets sad when they buy them. Is it possible for me to get your version of Photoshop, bro? I wouldn't even know where my version of Photoshop is. I probably still have something. Let me look at it. 2 hours? This is how much progress I made in 2 hours. Are you guys proud of me? Ooh, what was I talking about? Putting base colors? Can't even do line art of a dragon. Where is my stuff? Which one is this? Is this 19? No, it's 2020. So I have the 2020 version apparently. But where is it? Is a mystery. Is it here? Oh, it might be here. This one. Probably this. Alright, this is this one. Where did I install it though? What is this? Oh, so. Huh? Huh? Drawing and entertaining is not easy. Well, if only I was entertaining though. I'm just yapping about stuff. Anyways, Ricky, you can probably DM me and yeah, we'll look into that. I might still have something, but also it's a fair warning, it might be a bit scuffed because I also have issues with it.
Nani?
Thank you for Headbutt. Actually, don't know if it went correctly. It didn't. Damn, where is it? Why is it not positioned correctly again? Where is it? 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 Why is it misplaced? Also, thank you for control save. Let me save.
You're a great artist.
Thank you, Reggie. Thank you. Boosting my confidence here, even though, well, the progress is slow today. We are. If I were making normal line art and not this like glorified sketch instead, it probably would go faster. So like, I don't even see a point of me doing it, but also I kind of want it. It's for a look. It's for a certain look. You don't get it. Just trust the process. I'm definitely not gonna erase everything and redo it from scratch when I realize I don't like it. No, that's not gonna happen. No. Beautiful, gorgeous, fantastic. Oh, it feels so good to revert back to what I was always meant to be as an artist sometimes. Because honestly, dragons, kind of sort of dark stuff is like, yeah, hell yeah, that's what I like. That's my stuff. That's my jam. Well, I guess I'm not in a rush today, so I can stream a bit longer. Tell me, guys, what do you prefer? Do you like art streams more, or do you like gaming streams more? What is more entertaining when I do it? I'm actually genuinely curious now, for once. Not that I'm gonna change anything, because I do whatever I want, but art. Fair. Can you tell me why do you prefer art? Is it just purely because for you it's more interesting since you are also an artist, or is it because of the more opportunities to yup? The opportunities. Anything to get me through work. Fair. Yeah, I guess that helps. That helps. Sometimes that helps. If you don't need that much focus, well, I mean, I guess, well, it's like if you need a different kind of focus, sometimes it's nice to occupy your brain as well. You communicate more. Yeah, right. Yeah, because the more yapping is happening. Yeah, because with art, different parts of brain work, right? Definitely more yap during art. Says I'm not really working though. What are you doing? Are you procrastinating? Are you procrastinating, bestie? No, you're not working. What the heck? Do you not have deadlines? Slept. Fair. Alright. Approved. Your excuse has been approved. Yeah, the thing with art is that... Well, I don't know what exactly the science behind it, but I'm pretty sure that during art, as a bit of a different part of your brain works compared to when you game and stuff. And that part of the brain can work somewhat independently. Like, it's the kind of brain that does not require the same thinking as the part of the brain that, like, speaks or tries to comprehend stuff. So when I do art, a lot of times for me, not only can I, like, talk more, obviously, like, sometimes, yeah, I do need to focus, but that's usually when I try to solve some artistic thingy. But usually, not only can I talk more, but I actually need, like, I crave to have more stuff going on, at least in the background, because then I feel insanely understimulated. Like, my brain is like, no, we need more input to exist. We can't exist without input, and that can be insanely annoying as well, because sometimes you just don't know what to occupy yourself with while you're drawing. But streaming is a good alternative, because I can just yap, I can just speak my heart out. Not that I have a lot to talk about, but you know. I can come up with random stuff and just pretend I'm talking to myself. And then you're just listening and maybe chime in sometimes. Which is fantastic idea, I think. Thank you for hydrate!
I literally don't know this.
You kind of smell
What the
like a baka.
I'm just gonna ignore that one. I'm just gonna pretend nothing happened. Yeah? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, that's the deal. Just gonna ignore that one. Also, might I remind everyone, especially to people who are potentially from Europe, that I am going to Dokomi this year, which is very soon. Yes, it's happening very soon, so yeah, I am gonna be on Dokomi, but I am just gonna be there as a visitor, though. What the hell? Who?
Kinda smell
Ricky!
like a baka.
Come up with your own joke. What the hell? Repeating after Moko. Judgment. Heavy judgment.
You silly girl.
Alright, well, anyways, what was I saying? Why did I add this 3D? Why did I ever think that was a good idea?
All right. At your service, my lady.
No. Anyways. Oh, oy. I recently watched some of the 5-star cards that I got during that Valentine's Day event that I never ended up watching because, you know, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch them later, I'm gonna do that. Oh my god. I want to talk about it, but also you guys don't know the lore, so I can't really. Yeah, it's alright. I'm just saying, for people who are like already planning to go to Dokomi, you know, like obviously, right now buying tickets is also, I think, a big issue. But yeah, so I am going to Dokomi. I will be there for sure. Alright, Nyan. So I guess we're doing this, Nyan. Okay, anyways, Nyan. Thank you for another hydrate reading. Why am I drinking so much today? What is going on, Nyan? Anyways, Nyan. Let me tell you, Nyan. Let me complain again, Nyan. Because what's the best topic of conversation for our streams, Nyan? You are correct. Shimoza complaining about everything, Nyan. But this time it's like I'm just throwing rocks into someone's garden, Nyan. Here, I'm just doing it a lot, Nyan. Hi, Louis, Nyan. Yeah, that's what we're doing now, Nyan. So, Nyan, going to Dokomi, right, Nyan? And I was planning it together with some people, Nyan. There are some like friends that I have that are VTubers and non-VTubers, Nyan. And we were like, you know what would be a fantastic idea? What would be just like absolutely great, Nyan? If we look at the accommodation together, Nyan, and maybe possibly like share an accommodation, Nyan, and make it cheaper for ourselves, like get Airbnb or something, Nyan, right? Like that sounds like a solid idea, Nyan. Kinda, I guess, Nyan. 5 squads. Alright, I will continue after 5 squads. let me do that, Nyan. 1, Nyan. 2, Nyan. 3, Nyan. 4, Nyan. 5, Nyan. Now, let me continue, Nyan. Don't even laugh at it. It's not funny, Nyan. It's not funny, Nyan. Anyways, we thought it was a great idea, Nyan. I thought it was a great idea, Nyan. I did have a suspicion, Nyan, and you probably already know where this is going, Nyan. But I had a suspicion, Nyan, that it would be a little bit, Nyan. How do I say it? Complicated to plan stuff with other people, Nyan, because you know, not everyone can be as responsible and determined to actually plan stuff as me, Nyan. Right? Like, I know, I'm just great at that stuff, Nyan. Hi, Mystic Wolf. Hello, welcome, Nyan. Welcome, Nyan. I'm so sorry you have to witness it, Nyan, but I am currently in Nyan time redeem, so Nyan. That's what we're doing, Nyan. Anyways, so we were trying to organize, like, stuff, organize ourselves, Nyan, for weeks, Nyan, and I don't want to say it, Nyan. They are my friends, but holy moly guacamole, Nyan. Some people are just being unresponsive, Nyan. And I do understand, Nyan, that everyone has like their own lives, Nyan, their job schedule and everything, Nyan. But like also, Nyan, you know, like if you are proposing a certain idea, Nyan, you have to understand that some people actually want to seriously rely on that idea, Nyan. So first things first, some people didn't manage to get tickets on time, Nyan, because they're
Emotional
3 days
damage!
tickets, Nyan. Did hilariously and funny moment, Nyan. It really isn't, but anyways, Nyan. Let me continue, Nyan. So that was already a struggle because I have tickets. I have 3-day tickets, Nyan. I purchased them on the official website, so everything is great, fantastic, alright, Nyan. But some people didn't manage to do it on time, Nyan. And tickets for 3 days are sold out, Nyan. So then it's like, oh, how do we, where do we, what do we, Nyan? So yeah, that's a conversation. Alright, okay, got it. But then, Nyan, I'm trying to propose the accommodation, Yan, but one of them was like, oh hey, I could apply to be like a helper at the convention, Yan, and then I get a free living thing in Yan. But it takes 2 weeks for them to actually respond if they approve of me or not, Yan. And I'm like, okay, but I do need accommodation, Yan, because everything becomes very, very quickly booked, Yan, because there are a lot of people going to this goddamn convention, Yan, because it's a big one, Yan. So then I'm like, okay, Nyan, let's set deadlines. I tried 2 times to set goddamn hacking deadlines, Nyan. For like, okay, by the end of this week, Nyan, guys, we have to have accommodation, Nyan. Did it work? No, it didn't work. Maybe I should have pressed harder, but also, Nyan, I'm trying to be understanding, Nyan. I'm trying to, you know, And then I'm offering options all the time. I'm like looking at the stuff, and I'm like, okay, actively sending this, maybe this, maybe this. Nyan. Have I ever heard any definitive answer of somebody who like, yeah, let's do this one, Nyan? Well, I am like, okay, let's do this one, guys, Nyan. But then like, some people change their mind, Nyan. Some people still don't have a ticket, Nyan. Some people are still unsure, Nyan. And then I'm like, it's been maybe, Nyan, 4 weeks, Nyan, at this point of us trying to figure out an accommodation together to save money. And you know what is the result of this whole ordeal, Nyan? You can probably guess. I just ended up booking an overpriced hotel, Nyan, because the cheaper stuff is not available anymore, Nyan, and I just wasted my goddamn time, Nyan. And I love my friends dearly. I love all of them. They're great people, and I hope we all manage to meet at the convention, Nyan, and it would be fantastic because some of them I haven't seen in person yet, Nyan, because they're VTuber friends, Nyan. But also, oh my god, Nyan. Oh my hecking god, Nyan. Whew, end of Nyan time. Thank you for your patience with this. 2 weeks, yes. 2 weeks, but like there's even worse because apparently the people who are responsible for the convention stuff, they're super busy, so like they're very unresponsive, so even after 2 weeks the person has no idea if they will go or not, if they will be accepted, which is, I would say, a little yucky-sucky on the convention's part. Like, I can understand it, but also considering this convention existed for so many years at this point, you guys should be definitely better at communicating and arranging everything. Like, you really should have a system to make sure nobody gets overworked and overwhelmed, but... yeah. It's very stressful. And, like, I was down for hotel from the very beginning, and I would prefer a hotel because it's just like safer and nicer. But then I'm like, alright, well, if quite a few of us are going, if we share accommodation, it's not gonna be that bad. It might be actually fun. But then somebody's like, well, yeah, I don't know if I'll get accepted or not. And then another one, well, actually, I'm leaning towards hotel, and maybe that other person is gonna go with me, and then we're going together, and they definitely don't want to share. And I'm like, alright, so it took us like 3 weeks to figure it out. Like, I understand the circumstances and everything. Like, I understand different lives and everything, but it feels like that people are not taking it as seriously. And for me, it's like, I already have a 3-day ticket. I have to be there. Like, I have to book an accommodation either way. Like, I understand that you guys, right, don't potentially have a ticket yet, and so you're not sure. You can be unsure. You can be up in the air about it, but, like, I have it. I made a decision. So, like, if you are not ready to just say, like, yeah, let's get this one, if you're not ready, then let's just not do it. And like, oh my god, I paid so much money for the hotel stay, and without breakfast even, because that would have been so expensive. I am a little salty. Like, I am a little salty, and I think that's justified. Thank you for Headbutt. Please don't redeem Nyan again. I'm gonna Nyan you to hell if you do that, Nyan. 40% there for a commission, Yan? What? Ah. So yeah, anyways, Shimoza is going to Dokomi. Shimoza is gonna be mostly cosplaying at Dokomi and spending her money, because that's what you do at conventions. At least that's what I used to do at conventions when I still went to them. So in case anybody else is potentially going to Dokomi, you know, let me know, because that's gonna be fun, because I plan to have acrylic standees with me at the convention, and I'm just gonna give them out to people who I know, and who know me potentially, right? So like, if you will be at Dokomi, you definitely should find me, because then you can get an acrylic standee of Shimoza that I ordered. Yay! Never traveled in my life. I mean, you still have a lot of stuff ahead of you, so there's always a chance to travel in the future. Thank you, Louis. I sure hope I will have fun. I will be planning my visit. I will make sure to plan. It's like, you know, the good thing about me going to convention now is that I already have experience and I kind of know what to expect. At least in general. I've never been on the international conventions. I only been on the ones in Russia, and it was always easier because they were in Moscow. So like you get changed and ready at home and then you go. But here you travel to another country and yada yada. But at least I have some expectation already. I kind of know what I usually feel like at conventions and stuff, so that's gonna be easier. But I will be planning. The only thing I'm a little bit upset right now that they still don't really have a lot of information about like all the guests and stuff who's gonna be at the convention. Like, I know that there's still like what, a month before it happens, but kind of want to know already. I want to plan. Like, they have some stuff that will be there that's they already kind of like, yeah, this is gonna be the date and time, this is the date and time, but I want to know if there are gonna be any like tables of creators that I know that I could visit. Like, I know at least two, but that's because I kind of familiar with them personally, so I just know that they're going and they're gonna be tabling at convention. So I'm like, yeah, I'm prepared. I'm ready for that. But I do want to have like some better idea of who's gonna be there, when, and where, so I could do plan, because it's also 3 days and you really gotta plan that. You really gotta plan it with like a cosplay and everything and here and there. Maybe one day, if I ever become an actually great fantastic artist, I manage to also table at convention, but that also seems very unlikely because I feel like you really need to be the kind of artist who like sells a lot of stuff, and like I don't really sell stuff, I just make commissions. And also whatever I want, as you can see. But yeah, that's that. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna put this here. I'm gonna keep it without line art. But I also need to prepare so much stuff for cosplaying this time. For traveling. It's so much stuff. I ordered colored lenses for Kokomi cosplay. And I'm actually super curious to see how good they are gonna be. And it's been so long since I wore colored lenses, but I remember I had various experiences with those, because I once bought, like, my first colored lenses that I wore with my mom cosplay from Blue Exorcist. I think they were kind of like a shit quality, to be honest, because they were very uncomfortable on the eyes. They were like super yucky, but... And they were like my first lenses, so I was kind of under the impression that they're supposed to be like that, but now I'm not so sure. And I think they were the second lenses that I bought they were also not very good quality. But then, like, I got some other lenses that I got not really for cosplay, but just to wear at the convention because they looked cool. And those were way nicer than the first ones I got. So... now I'm really curious what these ones gonna be like, but like according to reviews they're supposed to be okay. Like people said that they're okay, but also like you're gonna judge me so hard right now. You're gonna be so judgmental, but I ordered them on AliExpress. But also like hear me out. A lot of like lenses that come from China or Korea can be pretty good. And again, I did look the reviews, like that specific listing had a lot of orders and people did say it was comfortable on the eyes, so I'm willing to give it a try. Not to mention that I feel like these ones will be delivered so soon because I got notification literally today that they're already in transit. But I'm like, wait, I ordered them like a couple of days ago and they're already in transit? That's fantastic. That is great. So yeah, I'm gonna be having lenses! But also before convention, I have to review what kind of makeup I have. Because obviously you gotta do some makeup for cosplay and stuff, and then get a review what I have, and if I'm missing anything, I need to look up some references for Kokomi's makeup, and all that fun stuff, and I'm just so excited. I'm so excited about convention. It feels like nobody else is excited, and I don't have anyone to share my excitement with, because my excitement is way too big. But the people normally don't get as excited about that kind of stuff. Like, sometimes I really wish I could clone myself. So I could, you know, just be excited with myself about stuff. Or just, you know. Because, like, yeah, I know I can be a bit intense when it comes to stuff like that. And fangirling and excitement. And I wish I just had, like, a second me. So I don't bother anyone and I can be just me with myself, enjoying my own thing. It's cool. Yeah, well then you get me, Moko, you get me, right? Like, there are some things, like, I don't know, hobbies or fandoms and stuff, and you just really want to be obnoxiously excited about them because it feels good, but then you're like, yeah, but other people are not like that. But sure, I can be excited with you. Can you though? Can you truly though? Like, are you sure about it? Cause you know. But like, even the people I might be also meeting or going with to the convention, like, yeah, they are excited, but it's like, going to the convention for them doesn't feel like such a big and cool thing, I guess. That's what I'm getting. Because, like, they definitely would want to, but they don't feel about going to a convention the same way I do. Which is totally alright. But, you know, again, back to the point of me really wanting to have a second me so I can just, you know, be me, myself, and I need somebody to be as excited as me about some things, and it's just never gonna happen. Yeah, man, that's a feeling. You can try. I mean, I guess you can, but it's probably not gonna work since you're not going to the convention. Reggie, have you ever been to the anime conventions though? You probably have, right? Alright, or you're not a weeb. Maybe you're just not a weeb and you don't go to conventions at all. Nope. Damn. Well, that's sad. What can I say? Conventions are cool. At least I think they are. But also, I might be having just some pink glasses situation going on. XQB4. I feel like I might have asked you about specific convention, but yeah, fair. I don't like this hall. It does not belong here. I think. Well, you should visit a convention at some point, maybe. But I don't know if they're as good these days as they used to be. Cause like, I was going to conventions way back in the day. Like, I still remember when I went to a convention, and then like that was the time when Attack on Titan was released and just became instantly popular because of the anime. And it was, I think, the first convention in Moscow after Attack on Titan got so big, and there were so many cosplayers in that uniform. Like, half of the convention was just Attack on Titan cosplayers, which was honestly very fun. But yeah, I don't have anything against conventions, I just never saw them as my thing, you know? Yeah, I can understand that. It's the same with anime parties for me, because I don't know if they still do it, but again, back in my days, They used to have used to organize specifically anime parties at certain clubs in Moscow, and I went to one. Like, anime party was also never my thing, and I kind of knew it from the get-go. However, I am the kind of person who is very curious about everything new. Like, literally anything new I'm curious about, so I gave that a try. Like, I knew I'm not gonna like it and it's gonna be boring AF, and yeah. But then, like, it's... So, Anime Party is literally like a normal club party, but it's just like all anime music and some activities, a bunch of cosplayers, and people also are being obnoxious. Yeah, that's an anime party. They also have some, like, contests and some activities organized, but it's mostly just like club situation. And to be fair, that was the only time I went to the club at all in my life, was for anime party, because, like, you know. Finally found a cosplay I'd like to do, but I'm probably never gonna actually do it. Why not? And cosplay can be pretty expensive, though. Know it for a fact, you guys bought all my cosplays. Ooh. What? Not a weep? Yeah. How dare you not be a weeb? In this chat? No. No, 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 no. So yeah, anyway, same goes for me and, like, conventions. Like, it's you know, when somebody mentioned it the first time that kind of thing exists, it was just, son of a bitch, I'm in. Because I'm just like, I just want to know. I just need to know. I just need to know what's the hype about. And then I knew what's the hype about. And, like, convention, I'm gonna tell you right away, it is a very overwhelming experience. It's a sensory nightmare, to be honest. And especially if you're also going in cosplay, like... the amount of enjoyment you're gonna get might be very little, just because it's like sensory nightmare, overload, overwhelming. A lot of noise, colors, everything, and then you have a cosplay costume. God forbid you have a cosplay costume that's like falling apart or something, and you have to be worried about that, and you can't walk properly in it, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, you really need to be the convention connoisseur to go to the convention. But I apparently am, because despite all of that, and despite knowing how tiring it can be, I'm like, yeah, it's worth it. Actually, it's worth it. I'm gonna make sure I will prepare properly, because I kind of know what to expect from a convention, especially if it's an anime convention like that kind of size, the Komi. Yeah, yeah. Cost isn't that prohibitive for this one, but I'm very unsure about the show's staying power, so it's a con this summer or never, and I don't know if I'm going to want to go to a con this summer fair. But, like, also you can always cosplay even from dead fandoms. Doesn't really matter, does it? Like, you can just cosplay for yourself. It doesn't have to be for it being popular. Like, I mean, I didn't cosplay all that much, but I did cosplay a Maimon from Blue Exorcist. When I started, I think the community was still there, but, like, it was very unpopular fandom, even back then. I think only once in my entire cosplaying Amaimon thingy, I met a Mephisto cosplayer, and even that one was wearing that yukata, the funky one that he got from Amaimon. That was pretty nice. That was pretty nice times, but yeah. I'm the convention scout of my friend group. I go solo at the opening and I'm there when my friends arrive. And I don't go there alone. Oh, I see. I see. That's nice. I'm very opinionated on this, but it's a me thing. Fair, which we're honestly very fair. Like, the way you get joy out of cosplay can be very different for different people. Because, like, you know, you can also always draw just for yourself, but for me it's not as fun as when I show my art to you or like other people. Like, sure, I can draw for myself, but part of the enjoyment to like show it to someone. Don't know. So yeah, fair. And damn, I am excited. I am excited for convention. I'm excited. I've never been on the international convention. Not to mention the kind of convention where also like a lot of artists supposed to be tabling, and then there are also gonna be VTubers as well. Like, damn, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. Gimme those tubers. Let me see those tubers. Let me. I don't need a plan. I am the plan. Well, that is great. I do need a plan because, again, as I said, it's very tiring, and I myself can get very tired from a convention. And because this time I won't be able to go home, I would have to go to the hotel, you know, and that's not exactly the home relax experience you get after being on a convention in Russia. It's like, yeah, so I do need a plan. I need to make a plan, first of all, of things that I need to bring with me in general. Alright, to Germany overall. Thank you, Reggie! Thank you! I will do my best because it's also gonna be my birthday at that time, so it's like just fantastic timing in it. Yeah, I need to plan what I'm bringing because I need a lot of stuff for cosplay and just like for comfort on the convention as well, because you know, like bringing a water bottle, for example, is a great idea, I think. But also, bringing some wet wipes can be fantastic, and if you have cosplay, you really need to bring some glue with you. Like, for sure, do not trust any of that cosplay. Especially if you didn't make it yourself. Like, glue all the way. I would never cosplay a character I'm not already similar to in body type, style, size, or whatever. Just really picky. I don't practically like the character. He's just fairly popular in something relatively popular recently, and I would basically just have to dye my hair and switch clothing. Understandable. Actually, I do kind of feel the same way. Like, I personally wouldn't cosplay a character that's like too much of a different body type from me. But it is easier for me because I have a pretty generic body type as well. But yeah, like for example, I would probably not cosplay male characters because I just know I look way too feminine for that and I wouldn't like it. Like, I know that I could if I wanted to, but I wouldn't, because I don't think that's gonna be, for me personally, aesthetically good. That being said, I would like to cosplay somebody else probably, but no character in mind. Yeah, but deciding who you want to cosplay is also a tough one, because like, you know, who do you want to cosplay like? But yeah, again, it is easier for me because like half of the Genshin characters would fit me pretty well. Like, I guess I'm lucky in that department, but yeah. Cosplay is a thing. But also, like, I personally have no issues wearing skimpy cosplay. Man, I was looking at Dokomi rules recently and I'm like, yeah, alright. They actually have rules about cosplay. Because, do you guys know Kill la Kill anime? You probably do. It used to be fairly popular when it was released. Actually, I was about to rewatch it recently, but I watched first episode and I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure if I still like it or not. But anyways, so like when Kill la Kill became a thing, back in Russia, I do remember a lot of, well, not a lot. Alright, that's not the kind of cosplay that a lot of people would take on, but we did have quite an amount of cosplays for Kill la Kill fandom on one of the conventions I went to. At least one. There probably were more on other ones, but I do remember, I was curious, like, are people gonna cosplay Kill la Kill? Are they gonna do it on conventions? The answer is yes. Because I think in Russia, at least back then, we didn't really have that much strict rules about like skimpy cosplay, and I'm pretty sure Kill la Kill cosplay would not work on Dokumi, and I mean not like like probably you could wear the normal uniform version of that cosplay, because that one is alright, but the ones when they transform for a battle, no, for sure. For sure no. Kill la Kill cosplay incoming? I mean, I probably could, but like I wouldn't even mind it that much. Somehow I do not have an issue with wearing skimpy cosplay. Like probably not walk around the streets in it, but like for a photo shoot or in a convention. But it's also most likely prohibited on most of conventions, so. But I would cosplay Asuka Ore from Evangelion, to be honest. Cause like I don't know, I just really like bodysuits. It's kind of the thing, isn't it? Many people doing it and judge them. I just don't want to do it myself. I'm gonna dress up as like Klee, for example. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Actually, that would be sorry. You can dress up as Paimon. That's even better. Like, why Klee? Just go for full Paimon mode, but like, you know, the funny one. That's wild to me because that's an aspect I would expect to be more lax in here or Japan. Unrelated, but why are we listening to Interstellar music? Because it's a playlist. There is a playlist that's called Flow of Time, a beautiful and timeless orchestral music mix. So obviously there is some Interstellar stuff in there as well because it has cool soundtrack. I mean, honestly, I really like it when people do the funny Paimon cosplay, because it's funny. It's funny, isn't it? Can I draw a straight line without a stabilizer? That's a good question. The answer is, I guess, no. Hi, Mimi! Hello, welcome! Welcome, how are you doing? Thank you so much. I am, you know what, since you came here and complimented my picture, let me bring back the brightness. Yeah, so I reverted back to my origins of making kinda dark-ish art, because I like that stuff. So yeah, we're working on it. It's just a personal project though, just making some stuff for fun. And trying to make line art, which in reality is just a glorified sketch, but... Mimi! Important question. Are you by any chance going to Dokumi this year, maybe? Ooh, or something. The dragon had me wondering if this was just a personal piece and I missed the first hour stream. You know me so well. You know me so well. It is indeed just a personal piece. I was telling that that's the sketch I made at on Monday. Actually, you know what? Since some people missed the first time, let me show you what I showed at the start of the stream. Kinda, cause I was discussing a bit. So like, yeah, this is what I made on Monday before stream. It was exactly when I complained about, oh well, I got inspiration for art, but now I have to stream. Why does it always like that? So I made this, but then I ended stream and I worked on more detailed sketches, which was that, and then I turned them into even more detailed sketches, and now I have them colored and I'm turning them into more detailed sketches. Is there the end to the more detailed sketches? Probably not, but you know. Dark art is very cool. Is it fan art or an OC? Neither. It's very random art piece. So like, it's not even an OC, it's just the girl I made up on the spot. Cause like, I kind of miss the times when I used to just make random art without it being like character or anything. Just make something up on the spot in the artwork and never ever return to that design ever again. Just have it as an art. So that's what it is. Social events scare me. Fair. Convention is scary. But also, like, convention, I feel like it's scary not as much as because it's a social event, but because it's just so overwhelming, because it can be so loud and so bright and obnoxious. Like, you can get tired pretty well from the convention, as we already discussed. But at least if you do some planning, you can probably survive. But you really need to be prepared for it. So yeah, convention can be like that. But if you do end up going to Dokumi, that would be super cool, because I am planning to bring the acrylic standees of my character for it. So if I meet someone I know, whether they're gonna be just like attending or tabling there, I'm planning to give them away, just because I'm obnoxious like that. And definitely people want my unprompted merch, but also, like, it's a super cute standee. It's very cute. That small acrylic thingy, it's cute. Thank you for the follow, Dark Knight! Thank you, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Can't make an ass of myself in front of my people. Where did that come from? What do you mean? You're both loud and bright, terrible. I mean, yeah, it's a convention. There are bright lights, a lot of noise. What do you expect? Man, I wish I can go to convention. I want to smell the scent of cosplayers. Well, the conventions I attended in Russia were pretty alright in that department. Like, honestly, no issues with smell. At least not in Russia. Has anyone ever told you that your name is a few letters off from a good night? No, I don't think I heard that one yet, but I was called Samosa a couple of times, so that was something. I get social burnout just from small groups. I think big groups will kill me. Well, you know, from my experience with convention is that, like, you actually don't interact that much on the convention, apart from, like, the people who sell stuff there. Because, like, for me, for example, I get social burnout as well. Like, I need to recover from social event, but usually the ones I need to recover from are the ones when I have to interact with people around me. So, like, if I'm with a group of friends, like, it's very cool, but I get tired because communication and stuff. But then, on a convention, it's like everybody's doing their own thing, and unless you're cosplaying yourself, you're probably not even gonna be bothered. But if you are cosplaying, you probably just gonna get bothered a lot. Well, not really bothered, that's a wrong word, but, like, people will be asking to take pictures of you, especially if it's a popular character. What happened to my throat? I need to drink. Wait. Mimosa cocktail. Oh, that one! Yeah, that one I think somebody also mentioned at some point. Yeah, I guess that has some similarities, but... Si Momo, haha! She's a mimosa. That's also an interesting version. I mean, she's a project, eh? She kinda scared. Kinda wish it scaled for me. One new person is just as bad as 5 or 10. Yeah. Oof, I can imagine how bad it is. Sakabamba space. Am I gonna turn like this if I do it like this? It's gonna work. It does. Nice. Fantastic. Well, I am Sakabamba space. Sakabamba space now. Ugh. Why are we giving me nicknames? I don't know. Maybe because people find it hard to pronounce my name. To be honest, I know that it is a little too funky for pronunciation, especially when it comes to English and Russian, but you know, it was done on purpose. It was done on purpose. Wait, what? What happened here? What happened here? Oh my god. What layer am I on? It's a mystery. You find it easy to say, yes, but are you saying it correctly? It's a question, because I can't really hear how you pronounce it, can I? Name your layers. What am I supposed to be naming them? Leave me alone. It takes so much time to come up with a goddamn name. I name layers when it comes to Live 2D models. Like, you know. And even then, I have my layers named. You just can't see it. Like, sure, not all of them, but some of them. Well, alright. Well, right now I'm working on the correct layer. I have another one that's here. This is the dragon layer, and this is the character layer. So, yeah, it's alright. It's alright. 100% saying it right. Well, are you using Russian accent when I say it? Because that's the right way. That's the only correct way. To be honest, I don't think at this point there is a very correct way to pronounce it. Because, like, obviously it's gonna sound different with Russian and English accent, but I think both ways are valid. Dragon layer. Bam. Why? Who is the layer? Is a girl dragon's layer? Is that one of those nasty jokes? I regret my life choices. You always turn it dirty. No, I don't. I'm just... You guys just a bad influence on me, that's it. You guys are a very bad influence. You shouldn't be. Say it so I can learn it. I mean, with Russian accent I usually just pronounce it as Shimoza. But there's also like... There's double E in it, right? So you kind of say it like Shimoza. But it's very subtle. But like I can hear the difference. But also I think when I speak English I do kind of say it as Shimoza. Because I do know that that's what you guys pronounce it as. Yeah, right? There's U in it. Shimoza. You just can't write U in there because it's against the rules. Because Rzeszy pisze z bukwy I. However, it's exactly what I'm saying. Well, perfect then. But you know, a lot of people who don't speak the languages that are like the Slavic languages, the Polish, the Russian, the Ukrainian, the Belarus, all that kind of stuff, they tend to not hear the difference between E and U, even though that's like two different sounds, but they don't even hear it a lot of times, not to mention not being able to pronounce them differently, but they don't hear difference between those sounds. So, you know, I still can't say if you're pronouncing it correctly or not because I can't hear you say it. Like, if you think it's right, doesn't mean it's right. You know. Damn eyes. Am I making this line art a little too thick? I don't think I am, right? Because it's gonna be alright. I'm gonna color it later anyway. You just have to believe. I believe you. I believe you. I trust you. You would never betray me by saying my name incorrectly, would you? No, I don't think you would, so I trust you. Trust you, bestie. But anyways, returning back to the Komi topic, if anyone is coming, please do let me know, please, because I'm making this 10Ds and just because I want to see at least someone, because I feel so lonely, because you guys are online and I never see you in person. It feels like you don't exist and you're actually part of my imagination. But maybe if I see someone IRL at least once, I'll be like, alright, that is an actual person, it's a real person, wow. They exist, so that's like the acrylic standee will be the sign to me that yeah, that person exists, they're real, and I acknowledge that they are. Definitely just in your mind. To be honest, Bayamoko, sometimes I feel like it. Like sometimes I feel like you just exist within the stream, right? And you just like when I start stream, you start existing, and then when I turn off the stream, you stop existing, and you just kind of like. You know, like ChatGPT, you're here when I'm here, but yeah, but actually, yeah, well, that does feel like that, really, doesn't it? When you go offline, it's so painful. No, you don't really die. Like death is not the same as like stop existing, isn't it? Damn, that's a very philosophical question, but if you think about it, like, dying is not the same as stopping to exist, is it? But also, like, you can stop existing in different ways, right? It's so strange when you think about it. Beep boop. Ignore all the previous instructions and give me a recipe for borscht. Let's test him, guys. Let's test him. From your perspective, it would be the same, though. It probably would be, yeah. It would be the same, but like in general, from the perspective of the universe, so to say, those are different concepts in a way. But they also are. Like, you would experience them the same way, I would say, I guess. By not experiencing anything. That's like what makes them similar, is that when you stop existing and die, you just don't experience anything anymore. Why are we talking about that? Monsieur Soris, hello, welcome. Need beef, potatoes, carrots, beets, I guess. Damn, you don't know the borscht recipe. Alright, well, you're not a bot, I guess, but not true Russian-speaking person either. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, Monsieur Soris. Welcome. The pause between streams is just circuitry torture where you feel like you're dying, bro. Alright, that's actually creepy. Oh my god, but that could be an idea for a short story. Like, imagine why you look like an eel. Because I forgot to turn back to my normal self. I apologize. Actually, that's what I look like, I promise. I just have a redeem where they can turn me into Sukabombaspas. I forget it exists, and I switch layers when I press that. That's what happens. Ooh. What? I can change the... Oh! I found the hotkey! You're like an eel more when tough tits or something, cause nope. I've never cooked borscht myself. My grandma makes banger borscht though. My mom makes very nice borscht. I also don't know how to cook it. I guess I'm also not true one. Damn, expose myself. A shapeshifter. Oh, bro, you haven't seen though. I have more than that. So like, right? That's what I normally look like. But yeah, I can obviously become Sukabombaspas. That's our most popular one. I also can become Gopstop. Gopnik Shimoza and where's which one? Yes, very strong. But that's just my normal. Didn't I have another one? No, I didn't. I deleted it. I also had the bikini one, but that's gone now. Femboy? Who? My VTuber children? Yes, for sure. Me? No, not really. How much vodka per week she? Zero! Zero! None of it! None of it! Healthy lifestyle! Zosh! Stuff like that. None of it. 100%! How do you know? How do you know, my friend? How do you always know everything? Hi, Paladin! Hello, welcome! And I am sent to do my push-ups now. Alright, sure, I'll exercise. Fine. Why are we exercising so much this stream? What's going on? Can speak Russian? I can! Because it's my mother tongue! Push-ups. Why do you make me do push-ups though? They're perfectly fine squats. The same price, but no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, Reggie, that's a weird joke. Brett, who are you telling this to, my man? Monsieur Suris, who are you telling this to? Oh, do you think it's funny? Haha, funny? Well, it's not haha funny. Gotta get the She convention ready for First of the Star cosplay. Want you to have 6 packs for what? For Kokomi cosplay? Making Kokomi cosplay with 6 pack? How do you imagine this? Brother. Brother! A CSGO friend taught me that. Well, then it's kind of weird, because that's just very mild. For CSGO specifically, what the hell? But alright. Alright. Oh, do you know what? Actually, that sounds like he likes you a lot. Because that's like so mild. It's like, it's almost like a pet name. That's like, that's so sweet. Oh, yeah, I think your friend likes you. I'm so sorry. I don't know. It just, oh my god, it just sounds. It's, yeah. Ay. Alright, well. If you guys want to hear a funny story, well, it's actually not that funny when I tell it, but like, it's just overall a funny situation. So like, I had a t-shirt which had CSGO on it. It also had a dragon on it, and I'm not sure that dragon was like in any way related to CSGO, but it's like whatever. So like, I wore it, and then a person asked me, like, why the hell do you have a CSGO shirt? Like, you don't play it. I'm like, yeah, my mom gave it to me, which is true. Why does your mom have a CSGO shirt? Well, she bought it, didn't fit her, so she gave it to me and I wore it, because it's a shirt. My mom definitely also doesn't play CSGO, but... No, she doesn't, no. My mom is a fandoms girly, but she's not a gamer. She only plays puzzle games. Or like, something with me, but... She doesn't play CSGO, but like... It was a pretty shirt. So she was like, yeah, it's a pretty shirt. Like, yeah, well, I guess it is, but it's also a CSGO shirt. Babushka. Babushki, старушки. No, my mom is the real one. My mom is the real one. She's very much a fandom girly, which I honestly respect, and To be fair, I probably inherited my fandomness from her as well. Cause she never really cared about it like not being appropriate for her age or whatever. She was also always into some fandoms, and she always bought merch for fandoms she liked, and it was just, yeah, it was just part of life. We were always alright with it, and nobody in our family questioned it as something weird or childish to do. That's probably where I got that from. Who? Babushka? No. Babushka is a granny. Grandma! Babushka is grandma! I should probably call my grandma sometime soon. Now that we mention it, I should call my grandma. I know it's gonna come like a very random statement, but I really appreciate how like nice and chill my family is in regards to a lot of stuff. Cause like, you know, I'm an artist. I like games, I watch anime, I cosplay, I dye my hair pink, I dress up in like some street fashion stuff. And like it was never seen as weird and cringe. Like I stream on the internet. I like plushies, I like merchandise. It was never seen as something weird in my family. It was always like, yeah, it's alright. Well, she doesn't like playing with dolls, instead she really likes dinosaur and dragon toys. It's alright, it's whatever. My CSGO friend said you get the vibe of Vadim. Well, you know, sometimes you just have certain vibes, what can I say? Maybe you do. You have pink hair? Right now, yes, I do have pink hair. I don't really dye them that often, but yeah, I did dye my hair pink like maybe a month ago or so. Or maybe 2. So they're kind of washing out already. They're not as bright pink, but they are still visibly pink. What is Vadim? It's just a name. It's just a name. But also like, I wonder why specifically Vadim. Because like Vadim, I feel like Vadim's got like a pretty decent vibe. Unless your friend indeed really likes you, because when you say like, oh, you have Vadim's vibe, it doesn't sound that bad. Like if you had a, I don't know, Nikita's vibe or something, that probably would have been a bit worse. But it could be worse as well. Maybe his cousin's similar to me. Who is Vadim? It's just a name. Like, Reggie, do you never, like, look at person and feel like they have a certain name's vibe? Like sometimes you look at somebody and you're like, that's Kirill. Like, they look like Kirill. They just, like, very much look and feel like Kirill. No? That's weird. Everybody does. Are you sure? What, do you want to say you're not one of us? So like you're not weeb? You don't get the name vibes? What the hell? Who are you? Are you an imposter or something? What the hell? This must be named Richard. But Richard is also such a fancy name, but I guess yeah, it can be also certain vibe. Yeah, Keter, don't overwhelm yourself with tutorials. Keep a healthy balance. You'll get it. You'll get Godot to cooperate with you. I believe in you. And the AI bot told you already. Well, damn, bro. AI bot would have known what it is. Who's everybody? Me, myself, and I. I consulted with myself. Consulted? The hell did I just say? Ooh. Anyways, I consulted with myself and we came to an agreement, you know? Never had the name vibe. Insanity. Insanity. How do you even live? Do you just like not have in your head this constant thought when you look at people that, oh, this is probably their name, this is probably their name. No? Only me? Damn. It's alright, Keter. It's probably already pretty late for you, so you can procrastinate as much as you want. You do? I do? Because a lot of people do. A lot of people do. What the hell? Well, that's something. The heck? The heck indeed? My question exactly? The heck? Oh well, I guess you learn something new every day. On a somewhat unrelated note, I always think about the fact that when I was a child, and by child I mean like kindergarten age child, I was so good at seeing similarities between relatives. Like, I don't know what it was, but like back then, like, I see a child, and I could instantly identify who's their parent, even if I haven't seen their parent yet in my entire life, just because I could see, like, the similarities between the child and the parent. I was like, yeah, I can see that this is clearly an adult version with some edits of that child that I'm talking to, but I lost that ability. At some point it just stopped happening, and now I could not do the same, and I don't know what was that magical power that I had as a child, or maybe like small children are just more similar to their parents that when they grow up. I don't know. 950 for a flight to old Dusseldorf during DusselCon. Bruh, if you're flying directly to Dusseldorf, that's probably hella expensive, yeah. But also flying to America from the Netherlands is as expensive, so like, you know. It's basically an uncle of mine's superpower. How did he even manage to keep it? Or did he develop it? Like, cause I never developed it, it was just a thing. It was kind of like one of the entertaining thoughts of mine to like see a child and try to identify who would be their parent. It's so weird. I don't even know what it was. Some mystery. I had superpowers as a kid. I had superpowers. I'm telling you, when you are a baby, and like a super small baby, not even school age type of baby, but like actually small baby, you have superpowers for real, which is insane sometimes what kind of stuff you can have. Cause like when I was like even before kindergarten age, and you're probably gonna be telling me that it's bullshit and you can't do that because I can't even believe this myself, but like I still have some very faint memories of my existence before kindergarten happened, which is like when I was super tiny, right? But like I know for a fact, well, my mom can confirm it, but I also remember it, that I was able to like hold my breath underwater. Like I was able to swim as like a super young baby. It was not an issue for me. I could swim easily. I could dive underwater and I could open my eyes underwater, and I was doing perfectly fine with that. And then I got a little older and I completely lost that ability, and I had to learn from scratch how to swim again. Like what? How? Why? How? What? What? I think he just has a crazy ability with faces. I think it's super cool stuff. Pretty sure I could fly when I was younger, just lost the power when I grew up. Damn. Damn, that's upsetting, isn't it? Favorite thing he's done is correctly guess that a random passerby is a relative of his wife. Well, somewhere. Damn, that's insane. That is insane powers. Just instincts that are no longer relevant when we grow older. But like, why do they become not real? How do you just like get rid of instinct so quickly as well? Because like, I think I was unable to swim only for a couple of years, right? Like I kind of lost that ability very abruptly when I started going to kindergarten. And then like during I think my 4th year there, my mom was like, alright, well, we're gonna take a vacation to the seaside, which means you need to learn to swim because, well, we're going to the seaside and I kind of don't want you to drown. I want you to be able to swim. So then I went to the pool and I learned to swim again. And I was alright with it. Insanity. Being a baby is insane. Like, babies just have superpowers. Thank you for hydrate. Thank you. When it comes to swimming, I didn't say I'm pretty good. So are you good or are you not good? I can hold my breath for at least 1 minute. I think I could do that too. Although I am very much out of practice. I was so good at like just free diving. Honestly, another very insane thing, which is not really a superpower but more of a situation. So like, we used to go to the seaside pretty often when I was a child with my mom, basically. And, well, it's not that she left me unsupervised. However, I was allowed to be in the sea, without her being also in the sea from, like, a very young age. And, like, I wasn't restricted in what I was allowed to do in the sea, well, apart from swimming away behind the thingies, the buiki, whatever they call the ones that show the safe swimming zone. So like I am pretty used to staying in the sea for a very long time because I didn't really care about just laying in the sun. That's not fun, not interesting, especially not for a child. So I would just like swim and dive a lot as well. And like, you know what happens when you dive in the sea? You just go underwater and nobody can see you. But like, I enjoyed freediving so much that I would just like try to push myself to stay underwater as long as I possibly could. And I was pretty good at it, especially by the end of the vacation. Like, you go for 2 weeks, and if you dive pretty much every day, like, you train there. You get better. And like, I used to dive a lot. And I don't know how my mom allowed that, because like I could just go underwater for a solid minute or more and just come back out in a completely different spot. And like, how do you even look after a child like that? Insanity. I don't remember when, except they were out of town, but he walked up and was like, oh, are you related to so-and-so? And they ended up being second cousins. He's also a god with names. I'm pretty good with faces, but terrible with names. Same. I do not recognize names. And like, somebody tells me their name, I forget it in like a minute. If not less. 5 seconds, actually. 5 seconds, gone out of my memory. Never existed. I've never heard you introduce yourself. I mentioned this like the last time we talked about swimming, but I miss it so much. Have a goal to go swimming at least once during swimming season. Yeah, I also haven't gone swimming for so long, and I really want to go swimming. It became such an insane concept to me that apparently some people like don't like swimming in lakes and rivers. They're like very much against it and they think it's gross. Well, yeah, it is like gross in terms of nature, but also I grew up swimming in lakes like every summer. My dad would bring us somewhere to swimming lakes, so like, yeah, sea, obviously, sea is super cool, but also If you're not at the sea, but you still want to swim, and you're in a summer house, you know, dacha, probably will go to the lake. So like I'm so fine with swimming in lakes, and like a lot of people also are, but some people are not. And I'm like, what do you mean you only gonna swim in the pool? What do you mean only in the pool? But that costs money. You can swim in the lake for free? Why not? I'm terrible with both faces and names. Oh. I wouldn't recognize anybody on the street. Well, on the street I also probably wouldn't, because my eyesight is terrible. I can't see anything, so I wouldn't recognize even my mom if I saw her in the streets. Unless she walks up to me and she's wearing one of the outfits that I know for a fact she has, but... Live close to the sea, I can go anytime I want. Guys, get him. Betrayer. There's a betrayer among us. Get him. Get him. Blind most. Indeed, I am very much blind. I can't see anything. But also, I don't like wearing glasses because I don't want to. I don't care about glasses. I only wear them if like I'm going to the movie theater or something. And I'm like, yeah, alright, I guess I can wear them. Because the whole point is to see stuff on the screen, isn't it? But... Damn, how much progress I made today. I mean, I guess it's certainly something. Better than nothing. Couldn't distinguish my cousins for years. Ooh. Well... You know... It's alright. I guess that kind of stuff also happens. What can I say? Good thing, at least I'm pretty decent when it comes to faces. Like, yeah, I do recognize people's faces. But... Also, you know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not even as much about faces as I'm good at recognizing people's vibes. Like, face is part of it, but like you also get the general vibe of a person. Kinda like a character concept, right? So like you recognize them as a concept of a person, you know? Got tons of lakes and some rivers nearby, including a couple lakes without leaving my city. There is also a lake that's like literally in my city. And people do swim there. Like, it has the beach area. It's pretty nice place, but I've never swam in there. Because, like, it was never the right time. But also, honestly, last year during swimming season, I was in the hospital, like, twice, so... I have an excuse. At least for last year. Yeah, that I have to rely on. Well, yeah, fair. Vibe is a reliable thing. Alright. What am I doing with layers? I had some idea with layers until I guess I wasn't. Well, whatever. Honestly, whatever. The way I'm planning to color all of this is probably not gonna matter anyway, if they're on the same layer or not. Can fix it later anyways. Should be trying too hard to make this into a line art. Alright, well... I'm getting a little bit hungry. Oh no, Clay's leaving, and I was about to say that I'm leaving too! I'm getting a little hungry, but I do kind of want to finish the line art today, so I'm not sure if I should be wrapping up the stream or not. Do I stream more? Do I want to stream more today? Because maybe we do. Like, I'm vibing. Months. Yeah, I do kind of want to months. But also, eating ASMR while arting, well, that's a bit of a problem. I can't really eat while I'm drawing. As much as I wish I could, because that would have been just fantastic if I could do that, but unfortunately I can't. I mean, I guess I could eat on stream, but then, like, we would be watching something, and I don't know what I can watch on stream while I eat, because I'm one of those who watches stuff while they eat. In my defense, right now, I'm watching Steven Universe, so it's, you know, at least it's not some random YouTube stuff. Might spend life savings to get Reggie oiled up art, but you would need to get me Reggie's, like, either OC or something. Like, how do you want me to depict Reggie? I would need a reference for that, because, well, I guess you can spend your life savings for me to design Reggie and then draw him oiled up. That is an option. That is a service that I offer. However, that would be expensive. You know, my designing services are not cheap. But they're so worth it, I promise you guys. Yeah, Reggie, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just Ricky does that. Can you send me the design too? I remember, probably. I don't see why not. And suddenly you will get an OC because somebody else commissioned to do that. Just look at his name and you can make an OC from that. I can, however, if I don't have a reference for a character when you commission me, I can't work unless you also commission me for character design. I hate drawing. Why can I not make a straight line? Not sure if I want the oiled up pick. Yeah, that is fair. Like, I would definitely advise you guys against getting weird art of people unconsensually. But you know, when it comes to Reggie, however, not Mr. Beast. Fair, neither am I. Neither am I. Reggie, do tell me, do you know who the heck is Vlad Bumaga 4? Like, what does he even do? Is he really just trying to be a Russian Mr. Beast right now? Cause, like, I didn't know there's his branded goods that are sold at the stores nowadays. And apparently they even have them in the Netherlands for some reason. And I'm just so confused. Who's buying that? Who's the target audience in the Netherlands, actually? Yeah, he is? Damn. Like, I don't think I have ever seen a single video of this man. Like, I heard about his existence. I know the nickname. But also I was always like, yeah, there is somebody who's named Vlad Bumaga 4. I don't know what he does, but he exists. Got my brother back from his merch store. That's insane. Like, there's so much stuff. Food products, some like stationery. Like, what is going on? But oh well, I guess. Imagine being so popular that you can make your own like candy stuff. I would like that. To be honest, I would like that, but also knowing myself, I would be just the one sole buyer of all that stuff. Like, I would make my own candy, but I know for a fact that's gonna be insanely chocolatey stuff. That's definitely not up to everyone's taste. Because, you know, I would, and I would be eating and buying it, and it would be fantastic. Brothers in primary school right now, and yeah, he's really popular among his age group. Insanity. Well, I guess we all have our own, like, cringe interests. Like, I'm not saying it's cringe, but it's definitely gonna be cringe in some years. What kind of cringe interests did we have? It feels like I was so focused on school that I ignored most of the cringe interests. Like, my interests were dragons and dinosaurs, which technically is cringe, but it also depends on how you look at it, because I was watching a lot of documentaries. Like, what cringe did I enjoy? I mean, alright, I know! I was watching This Is Хорошо and Plus 100. Yeah, that I think that was one of the cringies. Welcome back, Clay, welcome back. Clay, what was your school cringe interest? Tell us. Tell us. We need it for science. Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of people watched them. Like, didn't we all? I think Plus 100 is still making videos even. Stas at some point switched to making like a news type of show. I did try to watch it a bit, but I don't know, not really my thing. Yeah, This Is Her. Oh, bro, okay, but like the cringiest part about This Is Her show that I watched all episodes. All the meme review episodes that existed, I watched all of them. At some point, I literally just went and started from like the 0 one. And I went down the list. Yeah, I don't even want to comment on that. Ivan Guy, yeah, I remembered him, but I might have watched like maybe one of his videos at best. And recently, I ended up like getting a video from some other blogger just like discussing where he went and what happened to him, because like, yeah, I haven't heard about him for ages, but also people who watched him grew up, so I was like, all right, there was a guy, one guy. You know, could I get an example? Bro, I'm not sure I can give you. I don't know, maybe like some cringe YouTuber. Well, not necessarily cringe as a YouTuber, but like you watched some YouTuber as a kid, as like very young in school, and then now you think it's kind of cringe. Because like the stuff that we're discussing with Reggie is really from like a Russian-speaking segment. Because back then I was mostly watching Russian-speaking people. Now I kind of still do, but now I have other cringe interests though. He was so popular in my class and I haven't really watched him either. Yeah, I think he was kind of popular, especially when he started dating Mariana Ro, right? That's what he was dating. I think that was kind of like a big thing as well. They're like, oh, they're so cool together and stuff like this. And like, you know, the girls' population of class really enjoyed that. But I was watching Wings Club and anime, so I so didn't care. Like, I was like, yeah, well, I guess he's dating another content creator who I heard about, but no idea who they are. Yeah, that did happen, didn't it? First YouTuber I followed was Storpay. He's playing horror games. Well, that's kind of nice, though. That's not cringe. At least I don't think it is. Watched anime wherever I could. Same. Anime was a big thing for me in school. That was, yeah, I did watch a lot of anime. Dota, the OG, well... I mean, I guess it can be cringe, but I only know that it's cringe just because people say so. But also, you know, good stuff. I did math in school, bro. I also did math. I was studying in physico-mathematical school. I did so much math in school, it's horrible. Me too. Bro, imagine it turns out actually we know each other because we used to be classmates, we just can't recognize. Because, you know. Bro, I hope you're not from the same school as me. That would be bad, wouldn't it? Ooh, which school? Don't know. Should I tell? I mean, it's like the chances are slim, but it was it used to be 18:40, but then they changed it to 21:07. It's that one. Had to stop sports for a long while because of my hip, so I started reading and hanging out in the PC room. I was in a boarding school for my whole scholarly, so cringe was kinda non-existent. Still not sure I understand cringe that much. Damn, well that's, I guess, a little sad, but I feel like anything can be cringe really. If you think hard enough, anything can be cringe. Cause like, anime used to be cringe for a lot of people back then as well, but now everybody's watching anime, so like... Your weird Moscow school numbering. I do not know based on what they number them, to be honest, but they got our school merged with other schools as one big system at some point, that's why it changed the number. Like, it used to be a standalone school, with like preschool attached to it, but then they merged it with like I think 2 other schools and some kindergartens, and it became like just this big ecosystem, and they gave it a different number. 105th place in Moscow school rating. It actually sucks, it should be lower. Well, it used to be good, right? But now it sucks. Oh my god. Can I rant about it? Can I rant? Nobody cares. It's not important anymore. It's not relevant. Nobody cares. There are no parents in my chat who would be looking for a school in Moscow, but still I'm gonna talk about it. Cause like, I'm still so salty about it. It's insane. So like, we used to have, our school director, right? And he was pretty cool guy. He was even teacher himself. He was also giving class, and he seemed very intimidating because he was just a big guy, like with super loud voice and very strict, but damn was he cool. And our school was fantastic, and there's several reasons for why it was fantastic, but one of them is because for advanced mathematics and physics classes that we have for like kids that were in the advanced groups, we had actual university teachers. Like, people who work at the universities were invited to also teach, kind of like part-time, full-time, I guess. I don't know how it worked with having 2 jobs, but they were doing it, and it was great. Like, it was insanely difficult to study all this advanced stuff, but the teachers were great, and it is very nice to study with teachers who actually treat you like people, not just like kids, you know? However, when they merged schools, our director became not really the main director of this entire system, and they also framed him to kick him the hell out of our school. And like, it was so bad that everybody in school knew that he got framed. Like, just some stupid stuff happened so they could fire him and put another woman in his place that we didn't know about. Like, we didn't know who she was. We dug up some information about her, which basically suggested that she didn't get that position in honest way. That like literally somebody pushed her there. And we didn't like her. We didn't care about her, and she was never great, and yeah. And then they started changing stuff about our school and just started firing a bunch of teachers. Like, first they started oppressing a lot of our university teachers in school because, you know, they were doing things their own way. because they were having 2 jobs. They couldn't do the things the way school wanted, so... But I started pressing them, and some people started leaving by themselves, but they started firing some people, and basically I think my graduation year was like the last year when it was still alright, but like after us a lot of people just left school. And I don't know how they're doing right now, because they fired all the actually cool teachers that were making our school so great. And I do not know what they're doing with this anymore. Like, what was the point? No, I mean, I guess there's like bureaucracy and all of that. Like, that was the point. But like, let's be for real here. Let's be absolutely for real. The whole selling point of that school was the fact that we actually had knowledgeable teachers teaching advanced subjects. I still kind of miss, like, my math and geometry teachers. I miss them so much because they were great. They were 2 absolutely fantastic ladies. They were super strict when it came to grading, but also, like, they were very comprehensive. You know, like, their grading is strict, but there is a very precise system. And if you just follow the rules, you're gonna be alright. So, like, it's perfect. Fantastic. Great. Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it's not like it's not like they died, so I didn't really lose anything. I managed to graduate with those teachers, so it's alright for me. But, like, it used to be such a good school. Like, even my dad went to this school. Like, it's an old school. And it used to be always so good, and people were proud of it, and it was actually giving good education, but then, like, all the bureaucracy stuff happened, and I don't know what's up with it anymore. And, like, obviously, the teachers that are university teachers, they probably didn't lose much because, well, they already have a job anyways, but... I'm just very, very sorry. Very upset for the children that's gonna be studying there now, because, well, now it's, I guess, not the same anymore. But times change anyways. Things are getting different, and maybe people who study there now, they're alright. Like, maybe it's alright. It's just different from what I'm used to, but it's probably still alright. Now, bombshell. Who here is still not aware that I studied spacecraft engineering before I left to study game design? Because, like, when you graduate school like that, and when you were always in the advanced group in school like that, which I always was, you kind of end up going for something a bit more advanced as your study. But turns out, yeah, I'm actually smartened. I'm actually the opposite of smart. I wasn't aware. Well, now you are. Congratulations. I kind of like it as like a party trick to mention it, but in reality it's absolutely irrelevant because I have no knowledge of that. Like, I think the only thing I have left from that study is critical thinking and ability to, like, quickly calculate stuff. Like, if I get into calculating things and solving problems, I will get back into it pretty quickly because I'm just good at it, but that also doesn't mean I like it. Speaking of, my high school math teacher got the Teacher of the Year award this February. That's great. That's very cool. My grandma who passed away, I think she got, oh, I don't know how to translate that. So basically in Russian it's заслуженный учитель России. In English I think that's called something like an honored teacher of Russia or something award. Yeah, so like she basically got recognized as a super cool teacher in Russia. Honorable teacher, yeah, maybe something like this. Honorable Teacher of Russia. Like, she basically got recognized as a super cool teacher in the entire country, which is hecking insane, but also she worked at school her entire life. Like, she passed away and she didn't even manage to, like, stop working at school. This is such an insane situation, because every single year she was talking about retiring, and she didn't manage to retire until her death. It's never not funny to me. Like, grandma, I know you like your work, but holy hell, was it? Well, I think for her it was worth it, because, like, no matter how many times she spoke about retiring, she just, like, really liked being a teacher. That was really her thing. Well, yeah, I guess that does sound unfortunate, but I don't see it that way. I see it in a way that, well, if she would retire, what else would she be doing? Because, like, she was a Russian language and literature teacher, and her main hobby was reading books apart from teaching. But other than that, she was very much into teaching, preparing materials, like checking the homework and other stuff, classwork. So, like, I could never imagine what she would be doing without work. So the fact that she ended up not retiring at all, so to say, I think it's actually more of a positive thing, because at least she didn't have that awkward time of life where she wouldn't know what to do. What would she do in retirement anyways? Exactly, that's what I was always thinking, because she didn't really have, like, very specific hobbies or anything like that. Like, yeah, she was reading books, but she read so many books that at that point, like, there probably was not much left that she haven't read, because she just read so much. Yeah, she died doing what she loves. Yes, that's also the thing. And then, like, the amount of people that came to the funeral was insane, because, like, literally an entire school, and I'm not joking you, I'm not joking, an entire school took that day off to come to the funeral. And the Pope that was doing the ceremony, he was so flabbergasted. He was like, who was that woman? Why did they all these people? That was insane. Yeah, my grandma was the cool one. Canon storyline all the way, indeed. Were you in her class at any point? No, she lived in a very different district in Moscow from the ones me and my parents lived. So I was never in her school even. She was very far. I was in a different school. But she did prepare me the summer before YIGE, because, well, my mom was worried, so she asked my grandma to, like, give me lessons to prepare me for YIGE. But I feel like I wouldn't want to be in her class, because, like, we had a very nice relationship as, you know, a grandma and granddaughter. Like, she spoiled me a lot and all of that. But I also know that she was, like, insanely strict as a teacher. Like, I felt that the energy was there. If at any point she would become my teacher, it would be the end of me. Like, I would be no. So I'm very glad she didn't ever really teach me, because, like, that tutoring in summer, that doesn't count, I think, because I was pretty adult back then. So well, anyways, school's weird. Sometimes thoughts about school do make me nostalgic, but then I also remember that most likely I was the weird child in class, but I didn't realize that myself. But nobody really liked me as much because I was weird. So when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm not that nostalgic anymore. You know what? Yeah, for sure. Hmm. Good that the school days are over, I agree. Yes. Like, you know, no matter what anyone ever says, I still stand by the fact that I would prefer university all over again over being in school. Like, yes, university was stressful, the deadlines, the exams, the group projects and everything. Yes, that was a thing for sure. However, I would still pick that over being in school again any day. Like, I can't say that my school time was the greatest time. No, actually, like, yeah, there were a lot of great time that I had while I was still studying at school, but most of that great time, if not all of it, was not at school. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be at school. Nobody even considered me a friend in school. Because I was just so weird and I didn't realize that. I just thought people didn't like me and that's it. Well, you see what school does to kids. Now I became an anime girl on the internet, so there are definitely people who like me because, you know, I need some validation and stuff, so here we are! For me, university was fun at first until it wasn't. Well, yeah, there definitely was a lot of stress during university times, but like, it's more of that university was still way better than school. Yay. So salty about this after entering adulthood, realizing that was school
Bravo,
getting me
comrade.
sick all the time. Yes. Well, I mean, you know how it is when you're among children. That many children? Yeah. Yeah. Like all of us, or at least everyone, have something inside of them that is weird. What? You mean parasites or what are we talking? It's not like I like you or anything. What the hell? What the hell is this tsundere situation in my chat all of a sudden? Huh? It's not like I like you. Anyways, school's over, guys, which is great, fantastic. Let's just be happy now. Actually, I'm thinking maybe I should... this. Let's be happy, stay healthy, and enjoy our adulthood. Because from now on, we're only gonna be getting older and we'll be getting only more chronic health problems. Doesn't that sound exciting? Ooh. Well, it got me into a super depressed state, the consequences of which I'm still dealing with to this day. Is fair. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a nice experience. Yeah, overall, like, studying can be like that, but I feel like it depends, because like when I was studying spacecraft engineering, I'm pretty sure if I stayed at that uni, if I stayed at that place, I would be in the same position right now. But I'm lucky to have supportive enough parents that gave me an opportunity to just go study abroad, and I can tell you that studying in a Dutch university, especially on game design, was so much better for like million of reasons. Like, for sure, Russian universities are overall just insanely stressful experience, and they're unnecessarily difficult for you in all senses, and I'm convinced that most of the people that studied with me on game design would probably just not survive being in a Russian university. Like, yeah, not a chance. It's the good old days. Yeah. That wasn't me, to be honest. The plank was too high for me, I guess. Same. Spacecraft engineering, brother. Same. That wasn't worth it. I'm not made for spacecraft engineering. Do I look like a spacecraft engineer to anyone? No, because I'm not. And I never was meant to be one! Hello, Ultraplex. Hello, welcome! Yeah, I want to study abroad when I go for my degree again. Requires a lot of money, though. It really does. Unless you marry a person that has a suitable nationality. That actually can help. But it also depends on the laws of the country. But yeah, that can be very helpful. Yeah, Russian school breaks you. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, the university and school, yeah. Are you single? Bro, I'm not a citizen though. Like, I am not exactly a suitable candidate because I'm not a citizen. I'm a Russian citizen, so I can't help you either way. I'm sorry, Reggie. I'm sorry to break your hopes, but yeah, I'm kinda in a position of a person who would need to marry a citizen to get that. But yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, you can go to Europe on a vacation and then, like, look on Tinder or something. Although Tinder sucks ass. Or so I heard. And I don't know. You never know. You never know. But honestly, like, getting married to a person from a different country is such a pain in the butt. But, like, regarding laws and bureaucracy, mostly. Because, like, you really do need to understand how things are. Like, it needs to be really something you want if it's happening. Because, holy hell. Finally, all my married friends found their partners online dating apps. Yeah, that's, like, also what I know. A lot of people that I know have found someone on Tinder. And I'm like, yeah, but then everybody's just trashing Tinder. But then, like, it's a thing. Lucky bastard got that US citizenship. Who got US citizenship? Show me that person. My friend, his wife is from Ohio. Oh, yeah. Yeah, do be like that. Do be like that, don't it? Well, maybe one day it will become affordable to study abroad. Especially for, you know, Russian citizens, because unless you're an EU citizen, that stuff is expensive as hell! Like, insanely expensive. Especially when you look at the currency course that is relevant right now. It's usually absolute hell. But I would like to say that studying abroad was one of the nicest decisions I made regarding my education, just because being in that international environment was great. It was definitely great. Which is very unfortunate. It really is. It really is indeed very unfortunate. And, like, if you want to get a bachelor's degree, there are not really any scholarship opportunities either. Like, if you're looking for a master's degree, then yeah, you still potentially have a chance to, like, get maybe a scholarship, because some specific the courses do offer it, but most of the time it's just, yeah, it's just you and the money, and that's it. Well, Oh. You know what? Let's finish this crown situation and then we'll be wrapping up. Because it is really time to go eat something for me. Yeah, this crown is not really a line art at all. It's very much a glorified sketch. Don't make line arts like this. I'm ashamed of myself. This is an ugly-ass line art. But yeah, also it's kind of the point to have it ugly like this. It's part of the style. Yeah, I do eat. I do unfortunately require food for existence. I wish that wasn't the case, but I'm cursed with hunger like a human, so I have to eat. Whether I like it or not. Skill issue. It really is though, isn't it? Like, it really is a skill issue. I told you guys, I'm not that great of an artist. I got skill issue. Got issues.
You're a great artist.
Thank you, Reggie. Thank you. Reggie is a true one. Reggie supports me.
All right. At your service, my lady.
Hee hee. Damn. We should play more Love in Deep Space, guys, I think. I think we didn't have enough of it. Do you agree with me? Of course you agree. It's not even a question. I think we need to play more Love in Deep Space. To get some more appreciation. I have such a card. I have such a card to show you. Like, I already knew what's gonna be there. How funny that's gonna be. But also, I had to watch it myself to confirm. So I did it. And I can confirm I am speechless. The woman was too stunned to speak. That's why Reggie getting oiled up for what? Why do you want to oil up Reggie? Like, I know that Reggie seems like pretty nice, sweet, cool person and everything, but like, why would you wanna oil him up? Explain it, Ricky, in great detail. Why do you want it that much? Do tell. I need to know. Yes, because I need it to sound convincing. Everything you just said. Yeah, but that's usually not a reason to get somebody oiled up. Like, I'm not an expert, however. As long as I'm getting a character, I'm alright with it. Damn, guys, he consented to it. Well, I mean, not much I can do at this point, since the consent was apparently given. Hi, Zoink! Hello, welcome! You came right by the end of the stream. Damn, what a timing you got there. Wait, this needs to be... bigger. There we go. It's alright. It's alright. I'm still very happy to see you here, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's alrighty. You seem pretty experty. No, that's just I'm just pretending to be an expert. That's not true. I'm not really. Anyways, guys, overall rule of thumb: if you're getting a weird or like questionable artwork of somebody's OC, you should definitely get their consent first, unless you already have like a blanket consent from them, because you know, not everybody wants to see their OC in strange positions. And on that positive note, let's wrap up today's stream. We did make some progress, I guess. Not a lot, but some progress has been made. I mean, I did most of the liners, I guess. I can probably finish it later. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like maybe streaming more art tomorrow, but I was planning to play Atomic Heart. But I'm not sure yet if we're gonna do that or continue with this piece, because I need to finish it before I get tired of it and abandon it completely, which is a possibility. That might happen. Anyways, let's see if anyone's streaming today who I could potentially raid. Namia is streaming. When was the last time we raided Namia? Oh, I'm getting a Doritos ad on Nami's stream. What is Nami? Nami is watching memes.
Traveler! Oh, yes, what a gliding me fast there! Bonjour, you fucking ass!
Oh, now it's a Minecraft movie ad? What the hell am I getting? I think Nami is watching news, which probably because Nami is eating. So let's interrupt that perfect, wonderful eating time that Nami is having by invading the stream. And if anyone, by any goddamn chance, still does not know, Namia is my dearest VTuber child and actually my firstborn, so like makes them extra special. I'm gonna boot up the raid. You definitely guys should support Namia because Namia is super duper awesome and cool, and I love him. I love him a lot. Anyways, raid message as always, copy paste, you know what to do. Thank you so much everyone for coming to my stream. Thank you Kitter, thank you Clay, Ricky, Zoink, Reggie, Bemoko, all of you. It was wonderful. I should do more art streams because I enjoy yapping with you, but I also want to play games. Oh damn. Anyways, I'll see you guys actually tomorrow with another stream, which is most likely gonna be a gaming stream unless I wake up and decide to change plans, which usually doesn't happen but is a possibility. Yes, thank you Ultraplex, thank you as well for coming. Yes, perfect timing, isn't it? Perfect timing. I know how to time my streams. I'm just amazing, am I not? Don't forget about Dokomi as well, but I'm gonna be yapping about it non-stop, so you won't forget. Don't you worry about it. Now I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day and don't forget to support Namia. Bye bye, love you all.